Crouching, medium kick, gets a drive rush, converts off the DRC right there. Poison is on, ticking away. The explosion.
A little too far for the throw there. Able to get the lightning kick, dash up throw. What we got? Not pressing buttons. Some trade on the sweep. You can't take another trade though.
And again, a nice easy poke. They don't have to do much to overextend to get the win. It's just easy prodding right there with the buttons for the finish. Set point for Dude. All sweep again, yo. That's kind of working out.
The sweeps are working. The sweeps are working.
Stay on him. I think get that knockdown, especially on Aki. Don't have to worry about that level 1. It's a bust out opportunity.
Gotcha. Okay. We are pressing some kicks right now.
That DI would have loved to have it. Nice punish. Get some damage off there at the very least.
Yeah, but didn't get the dry rush. Lands right into the poison ball. Spinning bird kick out. Punish. That's going to be enough. Didn't even need to go into super, and that takes it for Dude Doug. Does he even realize it? There we go.
Play more matches if you want. Dude Doug was like, yo, we can keep going. It'll be a longer set. I'm down.
First to 2. Congratulations to Dude Doug. Evolving into the next round in winners.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. You know, again, being on the stage is definitely kind of traumatic for some people. For me, I couldn't do that up there. That's why I'm on over here. But, you know, you might see some mistakes that don't typically happen with people. But regardless, I like them not overextending too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'll just poke you with easy buttons, like crouching medium kick, medium punch. If you're dying, I'm not going to go for raw DI or whatever. Just simple stuff.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a little bit more, maybe practice and playtime. You know, just to adjust to the combos. We saw the combos come out from Dude Doug a little bit towards the end. You can see how nervous they were playing against each other.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
What would you do to practice being up there, though? What's a thing that you would do to get your mindset?
It's not that you can necessarily practice like being up there.
Yeah.
You just really, it's like a confidence thing. When you play enough, like, you don't really think about, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Because
you know what your game plan is. Like, you have to kind of establish your autopilot, and it helps you be a lot less nervous because you're not thinking anymore. You can do your autopilot, and then it just looks a lot cleaner.
It's in your DNA already. That
exactly.
You're rock. So, like, it's not a practice of, like, oh, I can practice being on stage. It's a practice of confidence and being confident.
Yeah.
And having that autopilot so you can
resort
to that.
Exactly.
And not have to worry too much.
Because once you start having to think about scenarios like, oh, this person is forcing me to adjust, that's when you start getting a little nervous. Because now you actually have to think on the fly and make decisions that you're, like, a little uncomfortable making. And you're already on stage, so you're already nervous and a little uncomfortable there, right? Just start stacking on top of each other.
That's a good point.
Oh, the children are out. Production told us he's 10, but which one is the 10-year-old here?
Yeah, really. I mean, it could be either or. Well, I see a little bit of fuzz on the right-hand side right there, but the baby is 10 years old, and this one probably 11. But, yo.
That is a baby face if I've ever seen it. Okay, that guy's definitely not 10 years old. Maybe he's like 16 or something.
Yeah. We see the fuzz right there.
But I can see, I think his name was The Baby.
Yeah, The Baby on the left-hand side right there at the bottom.
Like the rapper. That's a rapper.
The Baby. He's a
incoming rapper, FGC rapper.
The little baby coming to play.
He's so cute.
Hey, now these young cats out here.
You see him lowering the camera. You see the camera have to lower the camera. You can see the table. That's how small this kid is in frame.
You could be playing any other game, like an FPS or something like that. You're out here playing some Street Fighter. I love that. But you can never discount these young cats playing these games. We already saw Blaz, 14 or whatever it is, playing super high level. Oh, it's Plasma Dragon.
Okay, the baby's 212 versus Plasma Dragon on the modern jury here. We've got the Jinrai going. That was a punish. That was a heavy Jinrai, so you can't interrupt it in between. Okay. We got punishes with the sweeps.
You 10 years old and you sweep with punish? Nah, son, the jump ins, the drive rush cancels.
Just to get the burnout here, and that's going to be a wall splat stun. Okay, into the target combo, straight into the DP. Another DI for the baby's 212.
Dang, the way he's playing is kind of ridiculous. The baby said, I'm that guy, though. Hold up now.
I'm that baby. I'm not the baby. I'm that baby.
Let me put the baby in the corner.
Let's see what Plasma Dragon can do here. Reaction. Reaction to the I mean, I guess the younger you are, the better reactions you have, they say, right?
That's true. At that time, though, I committed to the Jinrai, gonna get DI'd.
With the throw follow-up. Not the best punish, but we live.
Okay.
Another sweep. The babies is telling him, do not whiff against me.
The baby's teaching someone maybe double his age. Okay, the super right after Shippu Jinrai.
I love that. And he's playing classic. Look how hyped the crowd is right now for the babies 212 on the classic Ken. Getting those combos, getting the chart combos, getting the confirmations. Hasn't really dropped the combo, I say, either. Nice and simple.
There are a few, like, you know, Jinrais that he went for, like, the overhead or whatever, but overall it felt like, you know, he's pretty on form. Plus frames right there. There's the throw right after. He knows the structure and what to do on offense.
Ooh.
Wake up DP, roll with it.
Roll with it. Not even with the invincible frames, but it worked. And Plasma Dragon getting hit by the DI raw, grounded as well. Again, another stun.
This kid has had his Fruity Bubbles. Oh my God. Crouch Fierce anti worked out. However, we're up in the corner. What's your defense like? You block at this age?
Okay, with throwing the ODDP, the baby's responding with his own wake-up ODDP, and just like that, that baby is on set point.
Duh, baby now. Like he's playing
DA.
clean
That's
with it.
definitely duh baby right there.
Duh, baby with the enhanced Tatsu gets the Oki. Okay, reversal DP. That's fine though. Raw DP right back at him though.
Not even OD. He knew these were going to hit without the invincible
Jinrai combos in your 10? What do you mean?
This kid's been practicing. The wake up punish counter DI, and he's going to spend to level 3.
So it's time to tuck you in. All right, time for your bedtime.
Okay, what we got? Ooh, and just like that, the baby 2-0. Are they going to bump it? Do they know it's over?
The baby is so locked in. He's like, yo, let's keep playing.
Both of them are locked in. They don't even know. Dad's got to tell him. Papa.
You're done. Yo, he's not even fitting in the frame.
I was going to say, this kid isn't even clearing the monitor height. Okay, let's go.
Let's go, the baby. 2-1-2, moving on in a bracket with some sick combos, conversions, and the super to seal the deal. Yo, I don't know what's in that milk, dog, but you're godlike. You're godlike, bro. What's in that baby baba, whatever, dog. You out playing.
He's 10 years old. It's not that a baby.
No, that's a baby to me, dog. That's 10 years old. You doing that at 10 years old? Were you doing
10
that?
10 years old.
Well, y'all, ain't no way. A mini blobs right there incoming.
That's true. We were just talking about young talent too. That's crazy. And they just had a 10-year-old on deck waiting for us to talk about him. But really, really, really great stuff coming from the babies 212. That might be an area code, but I'd be a proud father watching my son play on stage like that.
I would be too. Your kid can win $1 million. Oh, I'd be training my kid up crazy to the next vlogs, all right? Like, I like the fact that there is, obviously, the parents are there to be like, yo, let's go. And he's well practiced in training. He had combos, as you mentioned. He had whip punish ideas and things like that, reactions. Yo, he was playing like he was chill.
Yeah.
I think if you young like that, you probably haven't had the nerve just yet and it just hasn't set in that way. So you're just like, I'm playing whatever.
Playing on the main stage was no difference than him playing in his little Cookie Monster PJs at home, you know? I don't even know if they know Cookie Monster. Who is it? What's the cartoon nowadays? The dog. Was it Blue, the dog?
Is he Bluey?
Bluey. There we go. Think of in his Bluey PJs at home. Makes no difference with him playing here or there. Didn't even get off the setup when he 2-0'd his opponent because he didn't even know it was over yet.
It's just a one Saturday morning for that cat. Well done to him. Oh my God, that is so cool to see these young cats not only come and play, but be so practiced. That is so sick, and we're not done with the 6 sets because guess what? Big perm confirms are coming through. Carsonis, my boy on the Aki.
Definitely Carsonis with the Aki with the whole perm going on. That's the signature perm that he's got. That's how I see Carsonis in the crowd. You got a 6-foot dude with a perm going up.
With a perm, yeah. It's always well done. I mean, he's been on his
look at that
kick lately and trying to
height
qualify.
On that. Versus Popeye is me. And it makes sense that he's playing the loop. The Popeye arms, right?
Yep.
With the spinach.
You should have some good practice with this, Carsonis. You've got the likes of Triumph from them. Luke's out there. I'm sure you played Noah a few times. Oh, yeah, we're ready. We're doing Venomous Fang against the Fireball.
Poison on, but okay, wake up jab. Misses the combo, though. Drops it. You don't really want to give that too many opportunities for Carsonis to come back with beautiful punish on the Sandblast from Carsonis.
Fireball's such a trendsetter. It's just like a little data gathering tool, way to initiate. Popeye is getting put down in the corner. Level 1.
see we have 2 Carcinists on the screen right now.
Double
That's how
Carcinist.
good he is. There's 2 of them.
The double perm. All permed up and nowhere to go.
But there it is. Popeye is me. Let's see if he's able to clean it up a little bit. Again, you talk about being nervous, and that is a punish counter. Maybe not the best punish, but still a punish nonetheless.
Active on him, holding parry. The poison not able to be applied at all.
The lash. Oh, he was expecting Sandblast to come out there. Was able to bait it out from Carcinus. Again, just with a jab punish, though.
Like, I think that's plus.
Extra plus. Extra
with that
plus.
green on it.
Missed the input for the anti-air there again. Carson is so ready to punish Sandblast.
The back throw here. Okay. No big faults on these counter hits. No commitment to anything else.
Oh, what? Does he know the punish? Okay, we get a Sandblast punish. That's good enough. Didn't want to dump the meter to close out the round, but the throw, not enough. One more. Oh, walk up TI. Okay.
He sees these lone health, so I'm thinking that's the reason why. Poison. Very doable here for Carcinus. Just have to play extra careful to not get hit with the Sandblast. The OD sent out to get the jump in, not just yet.
See, Carcinus is trying to look out to snipe it out, but no, the drive rush overhead is going to be enough for Carcinus here. When you're playing the game a little too slow, you're going to give the opponent the opportunity to do a drive rush at you. And fortunately, Popeye Ismi was unable to close out that last round, giving the first game to Carcinist.
You don't let these cats get too comfortable. I do like him going for the jump heavy kicks and jump pierces. Carcinus regularly complains about that with Luke, so.
Yeah, and it forces Carcinus to spend the bar to slither away in order to avoid the jumping, right?
Yeah.
But huge damage here because Luke was poisoned.
Immediately sustain medium punches right there. Caught him playing on buttons. Bit of his fang, poison down again. Way more for him here, Carcinus. The structuring that he needs to get that win. Set point.
Popeye Ismi is going to have to crack down a couple can of spinaches if he wants to come back on the set. It's not looking so great for him right now.
Yeah, it's not looking so green for him at all. Only green's coming through is Carcinus. Walk up throw. No tap parry attempt, but he's eating these right now. What's the position this time? Oh, delay button getting caught with the heavy kick. Carcinus. Give him the super, level 1. He doesn't make him much a cutscene. Get it done with the quickness. Carcinus.
Woo. Look at the volume on that.
Slush.
So much volume, you can see where the headset was.
Yeah, the indentation.
Yes.
I know. I feel that too, bro. Anime headsets for our people. But that's okay, Carcinus. Getting that winner side. A little shaky in one of those rounds, but again, they kind of gave him that opportunity to come back and get back in form. Like Popeye kind of played slow, as you mentioned. You know, I think if he would have played a little bit quicker and jumped a little bit more, and maybe would have made Carcinus feel a little bit like, I guess, shakier to deal with the jump-ins. Like, oh,
yeah, I felt like Carcinus was feeling a little shaky with the jump-ins. That's why he kept using the meter to get away from those situations. But Popeye really didn't capitalize on all the opportunities he got, all the punishes. He kind of just went with the jab, 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 light knuckle.
Yeah.
You know, you're able to get a heavy. You're able to get a jab into a heavy with Luke if you want to maximize it, get more damage. Didn't really have the opportunity to do so there. So Carcinus, though, very optimal. Didn't really drop any combos there, so.
At the end, I mean, watching a cutscene when you're playing against this character, unfortunately, but Carcinus going to be moving on through the bracket, slithering on through the bracket. Can't wait to see how far he goes because he is so hungry for a big win. He's been so close with the TNSs, the onlines, and a few offlines here and there. He's been traveling a bit more the past 2 years, so good to see him out here in the cut. But it's a nasty bracket, though.
It
It'll be easy for nobody.
It's definitely, I mean, offline tournaments, right? But I do see Carcinus literally entering like every single online tournament possible.
Everything.
So very, very active player.
I mean, it's everywhere. You know, I got to see a lot of players that have, I feel like also have been consistent in terms of like traveling, like Dual Kevin, for example. Jack's also been traveling, you know that obviously too. But it's cool to see like the fruits of their labor. They're getting stronger and stronger. They're getting their selects better. You know, their consistency is showing too as well because they're grinding every single day, online and offline.
Yeah.
And again, I like these tournaments. I like the fact that we have regionals, locals, everywhere to play. And Combo Breaker itself has been a long-standing one for Street Fighter. Man, this is like one of my favorite tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, it all started here. I remember Jack was always a good player, but he's kind of achieved greatness, right? So they had the 5v5 of the West Coast versus Midwest, and Jack definitely carried all of the Midwest, I'd say.
I can't say
against
anything
the West
different.
Coast,
You're right.
but,
You're right.
You know, good to see Jack now consistently making it to Capcom Cup. Same thing for Duel Kevin. But speaking of players coming from everywhere in the world to play at Combo Breaker, we have 2 players. I think I saw Shogun 17. There we go. I got it right. Shogun and versus Arbor Mist. Yes. On Arbor Mist on the M Bison, Shogun on the Zangief here. Very classic Street Fighter match.
Yeah, bad scissor kick to lead to an SPD, but close enough for that one to land. The drive rush up for the sweep. The knockdown.
Very punishable. A little too close for the scissor kick there. It's at least -5.
Yeah. Clean jump in. It's kind of hard for him to answer. It's the air-to-air or crouch fierce. That crouching or jump medium kick, excuse me, it's like a dive kick for this character for Keith. So he's down a little bit
with
lower.
the little heel sticking out.
Yeah.
Little check mark when he's jumping at you.
Yeah, it's a good tool. Again, reversal this time.
Yeah. Arbor Mist kind of having difficulty anti-airing Shogun. That's the first anti-air we've seen. A nice perfect parry on the meaty roundhouse.
Plus, too far for the second headbutt. Raw slide applied. Try to tap parry. Careful now. Low on the drive gauge. It's gone.
Arbor Mist not really recognizing. Oh, this is going to hit. Wake up. Super is going to work. Trying to build some bar back. Again, no anti-airs. Not even looking for the Cycle Crusher as an anti-air.
Yeah. Almighty ODSPD.
We were pressing buttons.
Oh, you're too close. SPD every single time. That's the problem. You have to kind of measure the distance with like stand medium kick, so it's not as punishable. But even that's kind of hard.
You just have to do kind of light scissor kick away from it. You might be able to bait out an SPD because he's so used to punishing scissor kicks with SPD. He might make it whiff.
Yeah.
Properly space out the scissor kick next time.
Close enough. OD again, catching a button. Raw sweep again off the drive rush.
Plus frames, no anti-air. Drive reversals does connect this time. Connected the first time too, but again, this time doesn't connect. Nice block from Shogun here, and just like that, he is one guess away, one hit away from taking this round away from Arbor Mist.
There we go. Better spacing right there on the scissor kick. Needs more though. Can't make a mistake to be a trade in the future. Or another jump in. I mean, that has been a big money maker. You've seen a drive reversal, and then he punished that. Again, that's a range where it's hard to hit that crouch fierce.
Have we seen a Cycle Crusher? I don't know if I've seen a Cycle Crusher yet.
I don't think we have. We've been walking back a lot, no charge, let loose.
A lot of these scissor kicks are getting punished here. DI does beat knee hop. Go straight to level 2. Burn our bar, but get the life lead here. Significant life lead.
This is huge. The break.
Something out.
Yeah, just in case of maybe like a reversal level 2, I don't know, or a button.
Overhead, but we're not getting much off of it. We're doing the target combo here. This is a frame tap if the low hits. Shogun trying to escape the corner. We got the punch, but we didn't do the drive. Cancel, but enough. Drive rush into throw is going to be enough for Arbor Mist to take the first round of the set for himself.
Finally. A lot more aggressive. Getting him rolled over on defense. Get active. Try to slide round start with completely. Again, just walking back, giving him a lot of space here. Oh, okay, we're going to throw that though.
Nice conversion here. We're going to get the OD scissor kicks. We're going to get some damage straight into the level 1 again. It's fine. Spend the bar. Didn't want to plant the bomb, though. Oh, tried to go for the air-to-air. A little too short. Makes it whiff.
A little too shy. No DRC. Won't cancel on the second hit, though. And Fierce, the knockdown of level 1. That's fine, though. He has such a big lead. Worry about that level 2 at the bottom. It doesn't matter if we don't complete the combo. We will, though, let the dash-up throw. We'll just seal it that way. Oh. That's so scary. That level 3 is flashing. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. It was a little scrambly there, I'd say. Definitely letting each player get away with some things that are atypical. Tried to sneak in the SPD. A lot of counter hits working on Arbor Mist's side right here. Shogun is pressing a lot of buttons on defense. On the brink of being burnt out, though, so let's see what he does. He burns himself out with the drive rush cancel, but it's okay. He's on the offense, but it's not okay when you get DI.
And backed it up on the corner. You're 100% right. Level 1 is all we have to our name. We're not going to be able to react. Immediate DI here from Shogun. Is that the Opti?
Opti. OD SPD. We're going to spend the bar there for all the damage, but you burnt yourself out. Let's see what you do here.
Slide works out again. Hat parry, back thrown. Jabs, won't have enough time to get that DI. The flip out, the tech of the throw.
No anti-air again, but we live.
Minus, walk back, no cancel, and then kill off the jab Shogun. Oh.
Able to interrupt the dash this time with the jab. Little V mash jab. Well, what you gotta lose at that point, you know?
Not really. Mountain Man splash, side switching as well, drive reversal. Again, on all these jumpers has been the defensive choice. Oh, too close, the SPD is gonna punish.
Too close, that was like a heavy scissor kick as well. Still no anti-airs. He might be able to do a cycle pressure into level 3, but no. A little too anxious, and this is gonna be it if he finishes the combo. There it is. OD Lariat straight into the level 3 cancel. That is gonna be it. Shogun 17 is gonna move forward in winners, and very unfortunate for Arbor Mist.
Yeah, it's just the jumpers were too difficult to deal with. Even when they weren't like landing damage, he'd go for like a drive reversal and then get punished for it. You know, and then you're wasting drive gauge, you're losing a lot of health. It just kind of sucks to have to deal with that.
Yeah, didn't really get the best spacing for his scissor kicks, and he did get a couple hits, wasn't able to fully convert into like the drive rush, and I think he just, I would say he's an old school player, because he did a lot of like regular dashing after buttons, like he would just do normal dashing, so that's kind of like an old school player habit when you're not used to having a tool like drive rush, I'd say.
Yeah, gotta hit that zoomer, Coco Melon type beat, go green, you know? I mean, they give you the tools, but that's just the way it is with Street Fighter. It changes every single game, so adjustments. I guess this one is probably the most different in terms of neutral because of that drive rush.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely a neutral tool, and he did a lot of like raw drive rushes, but into like throws.
Yeah. It's not really a thing in like 4 or 5, you know, so.
Yeah.
You have fast dashes in 5, though. I remember those days.
Oh, yeah,
the
because
super fast dashes.
you would dash, you couldn't check them. Everybody complained about dashes back then, and now we moved on to drive rush, and it's now the, I checked that drive rush. I checked that, but I got counter hit, I put
the right button. Like that. And more things change. Anyway, more matches are going to be coming up as we go along. Good to see some Bice on the screen. That's my old character.
Old character, because now you're a Sagat player now.
Oh, yeah, I love my +2. I love my +2. It feels so good to have a reversal, too. That's too much power for me, that actually. Like an ODDP.
I can see you mashing DP.
Oh, I do mash DP.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a masher.
I feel like you're like a nervous player, you know? So when you get a little nervous, you start doing a little DP
knocked
here
down
and there.
like that's such a drive rushing on me. They're going green. They're going to DI me. I can't react. I'm too old. Get out of here. First knockdown, I usually DP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. For the first knockdown, it's kind of typical for a player to do a DP there just to establish the grounds that you're willing to wake up reversal, right?
Yeah. I do it again.
But yeah, I remember your Bison. I also played Bison.
Yeah. Those are good times. Maybe not for you, though.
Not for me.
You know, you were right for your character.
It definitely wasn't for me. But my Sea Viper finally came out, so I am happy with that. As we move on through the brackets, what are some matches you're looking forward to seeing? Like, you know, we haven't. I want to see Enzo play.
Ooh,
When we talk about young players, I think Enzo just turned 16, might be 17 now. But when Enzo started playing, he was 14. So
that's true.
Enzo also started with Ken. It's something about Ken and these young players. I don't know.
Like fast-paced characters that they really love, like just.
I was gonna say the undeveloped minds. Even when you're like 30 years old playing Ken, I think there's a reason why also 14-year-olds play Ken, right?
Hit something in you, you know. It does. You know, I'm looking forward to like Problem X's matches. I want to see how the Alex works out. I want to see if Momochi plays like JP. If Reinhardt has some saucy combos, Bonchan, Uriel Valorio, ooh, Mr. Technology, baby. I want to see my cat come through in the clutch. Betty, I didn't even know was out here until my friend took a picture with her.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
And Phenom, who knows what he's going to play? Like, who the hell knows
That's
what
true. I feel like
character
Phenom is so
pick?
slept on. Phenom is one of the GOATs, and it's just such like great, consistent performance.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he didn't make it into Capcom Cup this past year because I think Juicy Joe was the one who took it over Phenom in the World Warrior.
He got juiced. It'd be like
he
that
got juiced.
sometimes. Yeah.
He got Joed.
He got Jode, and he got juiced. Juicy Joe is also out here, too, as well. He just made it out in his winter side. Beat my boy, No Good Citizen.
I saw that.
Yeah.
But No Good Citizen still made it out in losers, so they're not out. But yeah, this is a block where I get to see Niampi or Betty play, hopefully.
Oh, Niampi's in there.
Niampi is also here. Niampi is in the same pool as Enzo, but they're on the other side, I believe.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get to see a Niampi match because I'm always excited to see her play. I mean, I think her best performance so far publicly was 9th at EVO Japan. 9th at EVO Japan last year. So really, really good stuff. I think she had to play against Ryukichi, and she did really well, but unfortunately lost there. But we get a chance to see her play here.
Yeah, okay.
In Schaumburg.
Mo Tim's going to be our next competitor out here from Morocco, Majin, the other side of things.
Versus CSU Majin.
Is that like a college, you think?
Well, so CSU is Cal State Universities. And from California, but I don't necessarily know where Majin is from. But shout out to the collegiate program, if that's what he's representing. From Morocco, that's so cool. And is it smoked him? Is it a smocked him?
I like smoked him better.
No, I like smocked.
Smocked him?
Smock is a cooler word.
All right, we'll say smocked him for right now, but if you start smoking him, we'll have to change it up. Like a little jump back. Talk about how it's hard for her to anti-air completely.
I don't know how I feel about Terry with his red hair here.
You don't like that?
Kind of reminds me of Chucky. I don't know.
I was about to say, actually.
It's like a wig. It doesn't feel right.
It's a knife. A lot of round wasting in the plus frames. That big old fireball, the heavy version. The double jump in, puts us up in the corner, though.
Yeah, double up forward. Not sure what that was supposed to be. Maybe it was supposed to bait out a throw for the timing there. We're going to trade on the low fireball with the lash. Stared each other down for a minute, got back throw. Now forward throw is going to take it from Majin. First round, first game.
The board there. He knows where the access point is. He jumps. Problematic. -4 on that. We just backdash. We don't engage after.
But you can see how aggressive Smockton is playing here. Approaching with the OD Cruel Fate. Negative, not plus there, but we're going to get jumped in on. Are we going to spend any bar to try to burn them out? Yes, we are. Not complete burnout yet, but if Smockton blocks his next string, if it starts with a heavy, they will certainly be burnt out.
A lot of bar to play with. Trying to tap here. The last bit, it's gone with a throw. DI, too raw. Gets back though. You saw bar the fight with though. Low forward, the crack shoot. And a low again. Should be able to get the win right here with the ODDP. Fantastic stuff for Majin.
Yeah, Majin's been doing a great job finding the pockets of when he needs to poke back. Because I feel like Smockton has been playing super aggressive. He's been waiting. Even when Majin was in the corner, he was able to find his way out, finding pokes with the low fireball or even the low forward.
The adjustments are here. OD fireball gets his fireball, band for band. I'm a little richer. Perfect parry. We drive rush up with a jab. Okay, there we go. Still in parry attempt to that big old hurt box. Parry that.
Nice look from the counter hit here. Tech throw. Tries to jump out the corner. No anti-air from Smockton. But those are plus frames if you block it. Blocking the low fireball, that is. There's the anti-air this time. Keeping Majin in the corner. Indeed, this is death for you.
Stay on him. I do like that. I think Majin does on defense stuff. It's going to be like more like ODDPs instead of like parry attempts.
Tried to parry the OD Cruel Fate. Didn't get the perfect parry there. Plus frames from Smockton. Another jump in, but Majin ready with the anti-air this time.
Oh!
Drop the combo off of the drive rush overhead. Unfortunate for Majin here.
Fireball. Don't waste that bar. Get it back in blood. Counter hit. The strike with the strike throw mix. Again, that heavy fireball has been such a big proponent. Chucking with a drive gauge, mixing things up.
We are going to get the juggle because I think Majin was holding up. Yeah, again, little ground bounce there, able to go straight into the level 3 for the burnout. And this is not a position you want to be in against Aki, but Majin is sitting on 2 bars. Let's see if we're going to see any sort of super come out. Wait.
Hit? No. Man, that would have been so sick. He would have been the coolest guy in the world.
I mean, he clearly didn't mean to do that. He meant to do raw super, but
of course, yeah.
While he was mashing it, he got the fireball instead. And that makes it 1-1. Smockton versus Majin.
Back into it after a quick second of deliberation. Few adjustments here. He didn't lash the fireballs out. OD fireball has been a way to cut through, but Smockton still finds a way in. Hits the heavy. I like that walk back, but we dropped the venomous fang follow up.
Very fun, punishable. Nice jump out for Smockton though. Kind of a hard angle to anti-air. You have to be really ready for that. And just like that, one more mix up and you're burnt out. There's no point, I think, to really spend the level 1 here.
I agree. There's the next round. The Baroness of Burnout will have what is hers. That point though.
For the Moroccan player, Smockton. I like watching the player cams because Smockton seems so mellow and chill, whereas Majin is putting his full body into the moves while he's hitting them.
Leading forward with that stand fears, drive rushes, all the perfect parry gonna stop that from happening. Cruel Fate, backdoor reset. I do enjoy that positional advantage.
I thought he was going to backdoor off the perfect parry, but this works just as well. Blocked him. Trying to keep him in the corner. Doesn't get the jump in though. Thought it was going to hit. Again, no perfect parry. Tried to go for the attempt.
The crouching medium punch, the trade.
They're going to take throw here. It's okay, back throw. Building some more space for Smocked him. Jump back.
Almost got that jump in, just a little too shy.
Doesn't want to spend the level 3. Goes for the drive rush here. And we're going to spend, hopefully not the level 3. We're going to go level 2 just with the power geyser.
They feel good. Keep some bar in your pocket. It's possible to get that level 2 this last round. Man, necessary. I mean, you are playing Terry, so you can hit that power geyser in full.
Drive rush into the throw here. Not poisoned yet. Let's see. A little too late for the air-to-air that Smocked him tried to attempt there. But is able to walk Majin into the corner here. Nice confirmed target combo. You don't see that too often.
Really, you're right. Meterless stuff is good to build some bar without having to spin some green. You spin it for moments like this. The overhead able to hit. Let a bar at the bottom here. Oh no!
What a drop! Not like this.
Let it be you.
I mean, at least he has super meter. He's looking for the one hit confirm into the level 3. I see. This is going to be enough. Very unfortunate for Majin. The DP whips just ever so slightly on the anti-air, just on the jump arc that Aki has. And congratulations to Smocked him.
Smocked him. Smoking him.
Smocked him. Smoking.
Good stuff from Morocco. Cool to see people from other regions. I didn't even know that we had that kind of range like that over at Combo Breaker, but you know.
Oh, that's cool, because I believe EVO is going to Morocco, I think. I think Morocco was on the list for the EVOs that are extending next year, so really cool to see representation here in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Yeah, in the Schaum, they call it. I don't call it that, but they call it that.
Who's they?
I don't know who they is.
Like other.
Not me. But Smocked him's out here in my streets. That's super sick. Again, Combo Breaker bringing everybody together for that CPT action to try to get some points. And just play some Street Fighter at minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I always wonder what it's like to be the customs here. I mean, Chicago is an international airport, but explaining to customs, like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm here for a video game tournament. From Morocco?
Morocco?
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool story behind that.
Yeah. They don't, keep it for too little longer. You know what I'm saying? Some people, decide and stuff like that. My TSA adventures usually aren't that bad, though. They'll see the stick and be like, okay, cool. What's a leverless?
It's being a little bit more accepted now.
Yeah. It used to be, I think, in the beginning of, like, COVID. That's when I started traveling a lot more. They'd be like, what is this tool?
Yeah.
You got to see you in the back for like 15 minutes.
I feel like it's like a 2-hour interrogation back there.
Yeah.
You said this is an arcade stick and this is the joystick. These are the buttons.
Yeah. Well, I don't see no arcade machine. All right, man, relax. But now it's definitely more accepted. I think around this time, like, when people are traveling, they usually get a story of, like, yeah, the guy knew this Combo Breaker because it's been happening years after years, getting more publicized and things like that. You have thousands of people coming up, pulling through. You're going to eventually understand that, yeah, there's probably a video game tournament 15, 20 minutes away from the airport.
I mean, Combo Breaker has been going on for so long now. They probably now know that there's a major tournament that happens here like 2 times a year.
Yeah.
That brings in a lot of international players. But yeah, Combo Breaker. Again, if you guys are tuning in a little late and you guys just came through, this is day 2 of Combo Breaker, but we are still in round 1 of pools. This is the very last wave of round 1 pools, so we will get to progress to round 2 right after this.
Oh.
And then tomorrow, day 3, the Sunday, we will have round 3, the top 24 to top 8.
Those round 2s are going to be nasty.
Yeah, because everyone who's made it out in winners, again, outside of the Tachikawa, I haven't really seen an upset happen.
Yeah.
So really, really exciting matches coming up for round 2. But before we even get to that, when we talk about excitement, I don't think you cannot mention Ryan Hart. Like, all the clips you see of Ryan Hart playing are the sickest combos that people don't really imagine. They're not optimal. They're not like the biggest damage combos or anything like that, but they are the sickest. And I can expect that from Ryan Hart, especially with him being on the big screen. And he stopped playing Ken. He is on the Sagat now.
Yeah, on the Sagat. Doing well with that character. He played Betty over the OG Hunt. Seen him over in some tournaments, things like that. And like the rare streams that he has played this character more often. So it's cool to see him putting down with the bald one.
Versus Ari Sept from Ohio on the Kimberly.
Already ready to get that driver from the stand. He picked up back step, crouching medium punch, connects against the throw. DP.
There it is, Ryan Hart on the offense here. But just like that, Kimberly, Ari Sept able to get some offense started with the stand medium kick drive rush confirmed. Almost got punished.
That was sick. Able to DP the elbow drop, though.
There's the +2 frames that we were talking about.
I love it.
And that backdash shimmy setup has worked out so well for Reinhardt. 100% hit rate so far. And you see Reinhardt trying to escape the aggressive pressure that Arisep was trying to throw at him with the slides and whatnot.
The jump back beautifully as well. Never so much range. Nice little ODDP in the fireball just to keep him locked down for a little bit as he builds up his drive gauge, inching forward.
Yeah, I want to see what tech Reinhardt has here because I feel like I've seen a lot of Sagat combos. I don't think I've seen anything new yet. So I want to see if Reinhardt can show me a new Sagat combo I've never seen before.
Right now it's all about those right actions. Stackers that stand medium, getting the counter hit combo. Hopping the drivers to stand medium, pick of all things. Walk back again, a perfect pure lockdown from the hearted one.
The hearted one, yes. The Reinhardt of one, yes. Okay, another Aki player. Interesting. Having Kimberly and Aki, those aren't really two characters you really have like you don't really have a pocket Aki.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. You can't have a pocket Kimberly either, like either character in general. It's like hard to be like.
That's usually your main.
That's your special character.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like the
they're
one.
They're definitely specialty characters.
Yeah, yeah. That's all right. Maybe this is the real deal. Let's try something out. Got to ride or die with her. Only a first and 2 is all you have.
Medium Tiger knee. Yes. Drive rush overhead as well. We're starting to throw in actual throws now just to set up the shimmy for later.
Mistake, but not punished. Thankfully, the poison's on. Once again with the medium. Explosion right there for the ball. Cool fate. We have some Aki combos and the frame kills. This is the real one.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, Arisep with the reactions here. Locking down Reinhardt.
But challenge, yeah. The jab right there. That empty jump. Button. Okay.
Okay, starting out aggressively with Arisep. Round start with the drive rush here. Reinhardt all purpled up. Doesn't get the full pickup. Nice block on the overhead from Reinhardt though, but that's why he gets put low this time.
A lot of pressure. Haven't seen it bust out just yet. Nice and patient. Gets the knees and the back throw here off the drive rush.
Launch from Ari, just raw sweep. Okay, Reinhardt getting the pressure off of them. There's a perfect parry.
Rush hits the brakes. A little bit short right there. No bust out here from Ryan. OD fireball. Only him to inch forward a little bit.
Closing the space.
Step. And your turn there.
Burning yourself out just to keep the pressure on. Unfortunately, gets nothing off of that drive rush. Raw overhead's gonna connect. Ryan, so many plus frames. Trying to open up Arisep. Wait.
That hit? No, too shy, too short.
What?
Though, but oh, that could kill?
I just don't think he did the correct combo there for the kill there.
Hey.
Giving a chance for Reinhardt to live. We'll see what happens here. Oh. Okay, Reinhardt gave him another opportunity. Okay, the Aki is in play here.
Yeah, the Aki's real. After I saw the frame kills and things like that from the knockdowns, that is a real Aki. The jab is there to interrupt though, ends it with the DP after the knees. Bluff on the overhead.
Very nice check from Reinhardt. We saw Arisep start with drive rush. Reinhardt able to check it this time. Didn't get the cross cut. Unfortunately, no autocorrect for Reinhardt there on the DP. Wakes up with the jab. Fake frame, fake meaty there from Arisep.
Okay, we're in a perfect parry these now. Let's go up the corner, apply that poison, that's fine. We'll fade again. Oh, he neutral jumped the lash.
That's an interesting drive rush into the lash though. Not common from that range.
At all.
All right, what's the play here? Again, another drive rush. A Tiger Knee might be coming on from Reinhardt's side just to close the gap. Ooh.
Drive rush, step kick. At that range, you're right. You're looking for a lot of things like knee, OD fireball possibly, but that's why drive rush or light kick is able to operate and open them up. Plus there, going green.
There it is. Tiger Nexus is connecting. OD slither out. No whip punish on the Tiger Knee there. Arisep trying to find a way in. No real luck in this round at all.
Cross cut DP, reactions deep with it.
There's a perfect parry, and that's going to dump all the meter into a level 3 here. It's going to be enough, even though there's so much scaling.
Show him the cutscene. Well done to Ryan Hart. Understand the timing, get the perfect parry on. You mentioned with the scaling, did not even matter.
Not at all. Not when Sagat was fully loaded with all bars, all super bars, all drive bars. That
Good
was
luck.
certainly a dead Aki. But good stuff, nonetheless, to Ari concept.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see the Aki a little bit more, but I don't mind people testing their characters to see what fits in a tournament scenario and setting. So in losers, we'll see they just run the Aki all the way through. But Ryan with the Sagat, though. I know we didn't get to see like fancy combos, but I really like the idea of like hitting the brakes with the jab, baiting things out, and setting up at a range where it's like it's hard to react to everything that Sagat wants to do.
I mean, it's a really good, solid play from Ryan Hart. You know, very, very expected coming from the likes of Ryan Hart.
Oh yeah.
Like you mentioned, just mixing up the options of how he wants to approach the mid-range. He started throwing out a couple Tiger knees. One of them got perfect parry, but he still has the threat of it, and that's why you talked about it earlier, how he's able to sneak in that drive rush into the step kick, the forward light kick it is, I think. Although it's really, really slow, but yeah, it catches a lot of people off guard, and it goes really, really far.
The mental stack at that mid-range to long range, you're worried about so many things from this character that allows those slower buttons and slower things to work out. So big ups to Ryan Hart, still in competition right now, and obviously one of the best hosts to ever do it. Multi-language. I forgot how many languages he knows. I think it's like German, Japanese, English, obviously. I'm missing one. Let's see. I don't know. It was a lot.
I don't know. For sure, those 3 languages.
Yeah.
But I don't, like fluency, I don't know exactly. But yeah, I just remember that video that everyone was posting. I think he spoke like maybe 17 languages in that video. I don't know.
And it was perfectly done, from what I heard. So like, someone's like, "Is that AI?" I'm like, "No, that's just Ryan Hart.
Yeah,
like that's just a
that's
champion
a host.
right
That's
there."
a host. That is the Ryan Hart.
Yes. Right.
But let's see.
Gotcha.
I don't know who we're playing next, but again, we are still progressing. We just have one more match.
One more match, that's it. And that's okay. I know there's a lot going on, but man, I love seeing me some Street Fighter. I love seeing Street Fighter from like people from around the world coming together and playing.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying,
I mean, there's still more Street Fighter 6 action to be had.
Oh, we have to watch this. Oh,
I saw the ball spot when he put his head down. That is none other than Jabali himself, the TO of CEO and part of Evo now. He's been wearing headsets for so long. You can see the imprint on his head, the balding spot from where the the headset's been rubbing against his scalp for so long. That is an old school player there for sure.
Oh my God, Cherry. Why is this gonna be the last match, man? Why are you gonna put Jabali on? Did he request this? Get up there?
Probably.
Oh no. Vicky Viper, I hope you piece him up. Sister, I hope you piece him up.
Who did Vicky Viper play? I commentated one of her matches before. Maybe it was in 5. But let's see. Jabali, I mean, Jabali plays a lot of Street Fighter, and he's played Blanca for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
He posts his matches every single time he wins, so I'm sure he's gonna do well. It's not like he's never played Street Fighter 6 before. And then Vicky Viper on the Kimberly.
She played so many games. It's funny that they probably play each other in CBS2 and other like old people games. Now they're out here in 6. That's great. On the other side, catching the recovery, gets the slide, keep the pressure on with the DRCs. Get a back throw here, Jabali out the corner.
Let's get the pressure on. Okay, gets hit by the raw jump, heavy kick, Vicky Viper. Not ready to the anti-air, and again, neutral jump shimmy is gonna work out in Jabali's favor here. We're gonna set up the Blanca Chan. Nice drive reversal. Pressure off of me.
Back ball, right back in there. Electricity. Jabali's pressure has been pretty dang good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jabali's able to recognize that Kimberly doesn't have a reversal, so he's able to get away with this relentless pressure.
Yeah, he understands that like Vicky hasn't gone for like a crouch chase just yet. Will catch with the super though. Then one can.
Yeah, that was all the bar Vicky had though. She might have to deal with Lightning Beast coming up.
You're right, that is level 2 coming through at any point. If it's OD for an activation off the electricity. Might do it raw back here.
Jabali didn't want to spend it. That would have been the perfect opportunity to burn her out, but I think he's just going to try to go for the kill at this point. But it's Vicky Viper who gets a shimmy this time with the elbow drop. Runs into the DI. Straight into level 3. We love it. Nice and simple tournament combos. First game is going to go to Jabali.
You know, maybe he didn't go into level 2 because he might not know like level 2 combos.
I mean, you really need to know combos. Like, a very common, like, Blanca strategy is, especially if you're in the yellow, your opponent's in the yellow, you want to activate Lightning Beast to force them to burnout, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Jabali was just looking for the kill damage there.
I was making fun of Jabali. Yeah, you're right about that. That is true. That is true, too. That's like the real answer. OD, DP is going to be the bust out here. Plus on the back medium kick.
Tried to base something out. Jabali, oh, we did wake up OD Tatsu and across and up. Okay, we take those.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen like cross up. Like I've seen it hit on wake up against a throw. That's gonna hit too as well. On the wake up, Jabali here, spin that bar to burn him out.
Really nice stuff. I mean, Jabali, I think he's got the reactions or the reads to at least do a level 1, but that is punishable. Getting a little antsy with those air balls.
Jump it again. Sharp angles, hard to anti-air. Effectively with like a crouch boost or Tatsu.
Okay, we're swinging balls into the slide, out as Blanca Chan. Not activated though. The slide is gonna connect and we're gonna jump into the level 1. No, the elbow drop is enough.
Let's go, Vicky. All right, Vicky with the round there. Their approach of keeping active, gets the air-to-air and the side, pick the hop over, the outside the corner possibly. Back to mid-screen, jump back fierce, drops him down.
Okay. Beautiful. Elbow drop again. Nice block from Jabali. That is a punish on the slide. Doesn't get the full conversion though. They're jumping.
There it is over and over again on both sides. Bigger buttons though from Jabali. Oh my God, nobody wants to be on the ground. The floor is lava.
Floor is lava indeed. Jabali does not want to take the DI. He was holding up back for so long, but the level 1 is going to connect. There was not enough yet. One more guess.
You hop in a light kick. It's going to be Jabali, unfortunately, on set point. I just wanted to watch this back.
Okay, we love Jabali, okay? Don't mind this is an actual hit.
This is banter. Don't get upset. Hope he does, though. OD neck hunter. Plus on the heavy kick.
Crouch medium punch is going to connect. Are we going to see a Lightning Beast come out from Jabali this time? They are trading. Let me tell you, that's a lot of counter hits. That's a lot of air-to-airs. Jabali's probably going to be holding up back because he doesn't want to get DI'd. But we're going to mash out level 1 here. Just get the pressure off.
In his pocket, another jump. Drops a combo. Did he block? He did. And Jabali's going to get the toss and the W.
Jabali happy as ever. Why'd you zoom in on his dome like that? Come on, man.
It was shining too.
Oh gosh.
Solar flare.
There we go. There's a Jabali emoji.
We actually love Jabali. Thank you, Jabali, for all that you do. The
Vicky Viper as well. Yes. Shout out to Vicky Viper.
Always in every tournament, I feel like, for every Street Fighter game, and some on the outside too as well. So you'll probably see her over at ST, Alpha 2, CVS 2, whatever's out there for her to play.
Yeah. Okay, but when we talk about that, I got a chance to talk about this sponsor as well. One of my favorites of the Capcom Pro Tour, it is Suzuki. Because at Capcom Cup 12 this past March, we witnessed the excitement reach its ultimate peak at the Ryogoku Kokugikan. The dedication of the players refining their game styles to the utmost limit perfectly aligns with Suzuki's spirit of craftsmanship, manufacturing the motorcycle by the relentless pleasure of riding the bikes. We have decided to strengthen the partnership with Capcom to further amplify our connection with this great community and aim for the next level together.
Y'all should aim to go to all these stops on the CPT. Blink is coming up, people. I can't wait for that one on the 30th for ending registration. So go sign up right now. You don't have much time. Reg for Evo also is going to be ending soon on the 25th. So go sign up for that. That's in Las Vegas. That's coming up real soon. I can't believe that it's coming up that soon. Oh my God. And of course, Battle Arena is pulling up in Australia, down under. Reg is now open for that. You do not want to miss any of this action. Join up ASAP.
Yep, all you got to do is tune in at Capcom Fighters just to catch all the Street Fighter 6 action that is happening.
That's right. I think we're going to have more action coming up real soon here. We've been catching a lot of action, and a lot of these players out here. That round 2, though, I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely devious as we march forward further and further. Start seeing some salty tweets on Twitter. I can't wait for that one. Oh.
I know Jabali already tweeted about his win.
I hope they don't put that. I know Capcom Fighters
special.
puts up their tweets for like the players and stuff like that. I hope they leave that one out. Yeah.
But again, shout outs to Jabali. We love the TOs. We love everybody that shows the community all the love that they do. A lot of it came from having no monetary support like we do now. We're talking about Suzuki as a sponsor. I definitely would have never guessed that 10 years ago. So shout out to all the TOs and the staff, the community that puts everything together for us players, for us commentators, artists, whatever it is. We're all part of the same community.
We're all family out here. That's why it feels like a family, especially at these events like Combo Breaker. It's just like a family reunion. It's a big old cookout out here. People are getting cooked up. But at the same time, though, when everything is over and the lights go off out here, well, they don't go off out here. It's a 24-hour venue.
This is 24.
But you go upstairs and hang out with the homies, have some drinks, party a little bit, eat a little bit of food, and reminisce on what has happened and occurred. But we're going to reminisce a little bit during this break. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, more Combo Breaker action coming right at you.
Red Bull gives you wings.
What am I? I am many things. An extra-dimensional being, a peacekeeper, a guardian angel, a code holder. Call me what you wish. It's me, Ingrid! Greetings!
Round one.
Beat me. Right on time. Example? Here! Simple!
K.O.
Oh! Well, I can't say no to this. Off I go! Oh, I forgot I have an urgent matter. You, babysit this one for a while.
Come on!
And welcome back to Combo Breaker 2026. We are here day 2 of Combo Breaker. Still more Street Fighter 6 action. Still round 1 of Street Fighter 6 actually in this 1,400 player bracket. But we are well progressing. We are well on our way because after this next hour of matches, we will be officially into round 2 of Street Fighter 6.
1,400. When you said that, I just couldn't grasp
I think it was 1,452 or 1,456 to be exact. That's a lot of players.
It's a lot of players. And it's more than last year by a few, but still, the fact that the game is growing like that and not decreasing in entrance is insane. That is big ups to competitors, the TOs and things like that. People still wanting to play and still wanting to fight in the streets. A lot of new people, new faces I've never seen before. They're like, yeah, that's my first tournament for Street Fighter 6. It's been out for years, and this is your first tournament? I love that energy.
Yes, yes. I think we talked about it before that this is the largest Street Fighter 6 tournament outside of EVOs. So
outside of EVO.
Outside of EVOs. Right after EVO Japan, right after EVO Vegas, this is the largest Street Fighter 6 tournament. So that's sick. So many players here from all over the world. We were just commentating over a player from Morocco. We just commentated a 10-year-old playing on stream. So the talent is here. We had 10-year-old from the babies 212, and then we had Jabali. At least 5 times the age.
5 times?
5 times the age of the
question
babies.
Marks when you see his age, we don't even know. Since the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Okay, that's not that old, okay?
All right.
But yeah, it's really cool to see the level of talent, the level of skill here, different ages, all walks of life here. Professor Squall, I think he took Professor out of his name. I got to commentate his match earlier.
So it's just Squall now?
It's just Squall now, but he's a professor. We have teachers here.
Teachers, people from all walks of life. Pro players, people 9 to 5s, the unemployed, I'm sure too as well.
All cooking.
All cooking in these brackets. That's why it's like so cool to like be walking around and watching the matches because you're not gonna be able to see everything on the stream. It's just how it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's why like I love being here. And y'all should be here too next year. If you're not here, if you're just watching this, please come here next year. You can watch the upsets happen in front of your face. You can go like this over people and like look over shoulders and stuff for some sick action because I've seen some cool things happen. Well, maybe only one upset really so far in my own eyes, but overall, though, it's going to get way worse. I think in that round 2 that you mentioned, Rob has to fight Mena.
That's right, Roberto Telemundo has to play against Mena RD. But before we even get to the round 2, we're going to see some Insanity versus, I think it was Ding. What's that saying? Focus on that.
Focus up. Lock in. He's in front of his face.
He's like, hello. He's like, peace signs. I'm sorry. I tried, bro.
Okay.
The camera.
Yo, this is a mix.
We're getting mixed up by the camera. I'm sorry. I can't zoom in on what it is.
You know what you tried.
Yeah, you tried.
Next time, bigger leather.
Oh, hold on.
Like, come on.
Did he just do the... What is this? Is this a Shang-Chi thing going on here?
Like, what is that? Yeah. Is that like...
Just that.
Whatever focuses
peace signs
you up, man.
Very Asian. We got going on here. There's peace signs all over the place at every camera angle possible.
I like how the other guy tried to get in his camera angle to get that off.
And then they zoomed in on Ding's face.
Like, nah, man. Let my man have his moment. Ding on the Ryu. The classic blue known for. Been playing Ryu for a while. I remember him in like 5. Street Fighter 5, I mean.
You call, I answer.
Then we're going to see Insanity on the Kimberly. Is that right? There we go.
That's the right name for a Kimberly player.
Insanity.
Yeah.
It's true. Ding, unfortunately, I think I played him at Red Bull Kumite in New York. He smoked me. But Ryu's kind of cheap, you know, when you're just learning the game. But it is Insanity that is pulling off all the tricks right now. We're gonna get the throw trick.
That's a tech though. Slides in, walk back, stand fierce. Such a great shimmy tool. Lurches forward. Oh, the range, so not strange to see that. Andy first round, not playing so insane that I would expect from a different player. Actually able to catch the fireball hands.
With an elbow drop also.
Oh, again! Walk back, stand fierce.
Caught him teching. No tech this time. Does go for the parry. No punish there, but Insanity still on the offense here. He's gonna have to find his way out. Tries to jump out, doesn't work. A lot of pressure here. That is a frame trapped throw. And oh no!
He let go the controller for a second there. He was like, wait, am I dead? He's not though. It's a chance. And we got Bar at the bottom. It's Ryu. Okay, burnout. Oh, with a reversal jab. Not enough to kill. Still not enough to kill. Still alive. We can't avoid this though. The super able to hit the throw.
Definitely. You can see the nervousness that's happening now, you know, blocking an ODDP and not getting a punish at all as well, getting the jab, not into Vagabond. Interesting. But let's see if they're able to shake off the nervousness right now. Nice punish from Ding here. Drive rush again, a little too far for the sweep. Insanity missing the input for drive rush as well.
Uh-oh.
Got hit by the throw. Too much hit stun.
Yeah. All right. With a drive gauge, a lot that Ryu can do to stay on him. Obviously, not as strong as it used to be. Have him up in the corner, walk up, stand medium. Insanity playing buttons back immediately. Almost back with a drive gauge, actually. Reversal buttons, nice. Punish counter. Oh, the icy raw.
Ooh, tried to go with the meaty elbow, Vagabond there. Ding ready with the DP. Tried to react, but a little too close. Fireball does win in that interaction. Ding, round on the board.
Solid option right there. The fireball. Over the corner, what's that defense like, Ding? Tatsu ender. Blade jabs. Nice throw right after.
Really nice interruption. That is a punish. Heavy Vagabond is very punishable. Ooh, not the crouch fierce.
Oh no, it's the second time has not been able to catch any sort of cross up. Azuna drop.
Might see a level 3 here. No, we're gonna drop the cans for the mix up. Nice block from Ding here. Defending. Doesn't go for the throw this time. Nice back throw. Insanity in the corner. Wakes up with DI and burns himself out. Okay. We're gonna spend it. Slice into the level 3, into the Vagabond, straight into... I said it the wrong way. Vagabond straight into the level 3. Because it was off of lights, there was a lot of scaling, but Sand medium kick was enough to take for Insanity. Getting the counter hit.
That power up too as well. Speed and damage. Stocks up immediately with the OD. I'm surprised because I think could have hit like a fireball, a bastion, like maybe an OD to interrupt. Works out a lot of our being spit here and burnout again. Already Ashy. Run cancel, catches the tap parry attempt.
Okay. Insanity. Stuck in the corner right now, having to eat their own throw loops. It's 3 throws. Back dashes. Nice anti-air DP into the level 3 cancel. Insanity's not going to be back out of burnout yet. On the brink of it, let's see what Ding does.
Raw DI. Wake up to get put to sleep.
Definitely was not ready for that DI. Kind of shakes his head. I think he tried to jump out of the corner instead of buffering super there.
All right, super up in the corner. The corner pressure from Ryu was so good. After throws, he's so close. Worried about Hashogekis and the crashing medium kicks. That's punchable though. Too close for comfort on the donkey kick.
Nice ODDP just to get the pressure off of Ding. Was a regular jump in, it would work, but the elbow dropped directly onto the fireball, and just like that, Ding is on set point.
Really
what a turnaround.
Such like solid standard pressure up in the corner. Strike throw. Walking back at deep beats like anti-air. Counter it. Caught him playing buttons. Wow.
Nice confirm into the OD Tatsu there. Doesn't want to spend the bar yet. We're going to spend it here. How many throws are you willing to take? That's 2.
Go low. It's going to finish things off. Ding. Walk back slight little bit. Got the report right after it. That pressure up in the corner was just like restructured. Strike, throw, big buttons. And throws up the signs.
The double peace signs. We got it. Very, very nice composure from Ding there. The first game was looking a little rough. He got shimmied. He was getting thrown. I was like, okay, he's guessing all wrong on the defense there, but really, really nice composure in the following round. You saw him willing to just sit there, and then Insanity stopped going for the throw loops, really. He was trying to go for the shimmies. He wanted the big damage. Got a little greedy there, I think.
Yeah, gotta keep going with something that's working for a little bit longer until they show you something different to access that damage again. I know it's so delicious to hit that stand pierce, get that punish counter, and then put down the cans, go for the goofy mix-ups and whatever it is, but sometimes simple stuff works out to get to that point.
I agree. But nice stuff from Ding. Again, great composure, moves forward. But yeah.
I do it.
Yeah. No, you were fine. You were fine. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. That's
right.
Cute. But okay, we are going to keep on moving forward. I don't know where in the pool that was, but are there any matches you're looking forward to seeing?
Man, you say that, and it's like you go to like a place with a menu that has like 5 or 6 different pages.
You gotta order all of them.
Delicious. Can I get an order of everything, please?
Exactly. Right. That's what I do in the restaurant when I can't make
out
up my
here,
mind.
as you mentioned, Big Mo. Ooh, Olipop out here too.
That was the pool that thing was in. It was the Tokido and Big Mo's pool.
Samurai. I did see Samurai walking around. I didn't get to say hi to him yet. Love that
Samurai,
guy.
Dogoro, we haven't had a chance. We haven't seen Bonchan or Ryo play. I mean, I see a big butt Jackson. Maybe we'll get to see.
Ooh, I want to see that big butt on the screen. Jackson style, yes.
But Enzo, since we're talking about the young talent, I would love to see Enzo also representing California, right? So, yeah. And Betty, of course.
Yeah,
Betty was in Jabali's pool and Phenom. So that means Betty is on Jabali's side, I think. So that will
Let's go, Betty. I'll never root for a jury player more in my life than Betty beating him down. If they compete against you. I don't even know if he's on the same side or whatever.
Oh, no, they're not. It was Jabali having to play against Phenom, and then Phenom smoked Jabali 2-0. But Betty's going to have to play against you. Maybe that will come up. Maybe.
Okay,
we'll see.
Possibly. Would love to see Betty out here in the cut. That jury has been on an OG hunt, you know. Also, I saw, let's go to the very end right there. Yes, okay. So besides young team Matt and all that, Mizuha is out here. I'm very curious to see what Mizuha is playing. He went back and forth from like Cammy to Mai. I don't know what he's settled on right now. Slayman, I see you up in the cut with the Geef. I didn't even know you were out here, but that's godlike. And again, many more other players that maybe don't have like a big name or haven't made like big results yet. Who would be shaking up the bracket. Even Lost Soul, he's from other games. He's out here with the possible Akuma. And we get to see the OG hunter herself, Betty.
We manifested it. We manifested the Betty match, and then we see just a simple letter of U, but that's cool. If you look down at the regions, Betty, obviously from Japan, if you didn't know, but we have U all the way from the Philippines.
Oh, that is godlike.
That is a far, long flight to make it here into Schaumburg, Illinois from the Philippines.
Ooh, how many hours do you think that is?
Minimum 16.
Oh!
Like, not a straight shot. There's no way you can get a straight shot from the Philippines.
Yeah, you have to transfer a few times, yeah. All right. Get your money's worth. Brad get to fight Betty. This pool.
We're going to see the Kimberly play come out from you here. An early dry reversal. Nice interruption from Betty there.
Always stocking up. That's it, rip right there. Reversal jabs.
Interruption again, but no full conversion. Ready with the anti-air here.
Well, DP got to be good in this matchup. You have so much reach against like an elbow drop.
Yeah.
The best in the business for that. Yeah.
It's you dropping the combo, unfortunately. Betty's able to get the cross up. Wake up level 1 does connect here. What's you got? What's the mix-up? What's the pressure here? Again, Betty is so ready with the reversal defensive jabs. I wonder if Yu's going to recognize that and start doing the actual frame trap with the run.
Oh, yeah. Keep it tight. Perfect carry there. Take it towards the corner. Oh, the arc step. Good. Rush medium this time.
Burning himself out. Okay, trying to keep the pressure on, and there it is. There are the jabs to counter what Betty's been pressing this whole time. Overhead meaty is going to connect. ODDP, get off of me. Plenty of meter as well for Betty.
Oh, no.
The bar here.
Yeah, you better spend. Kill as much drive damage as possible. Do some damage as well. Get that lead up. Yeah, it's all gone now. Oh, no, wasn't meeting enough back throw.
It's a little too early for the meaty trade. Nice drive reversal. Again, trying to go in just in case Betty wants to press anything. And we talked about how you might start recognizing that Betty likes pressing reversal jabs in between the strings.
That's true.
And is working out in Yu's favor at this moment.
Reversal right off the rib. Arc stab. Bringing that stand fierce. Just too far out though, Betty. Good job of running it back. We bait this out. Of course, we help Harry to get as much drive damage as possible.
Right into level 3, not burnt out, but on the brink of burnout. This is a very good situation for Betty here because you literally has no bar. So if he gets burnt out in the corner here, there it is. You're going to get the chance to get a free DI stun.
He's on the hunt with a drive rush medium, throwing bows up in the corner. Betty.
Cooking. Saw you try to do the special move, the little jump, hop, kick.
Oh, yeah, right over, yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Betty drive rushed in, was able to get the, hit the startup of that. You not doing too bad, just losing some of these smaller interactions here.
That sounds grazing, but the burnouts are kind of problematic. I feel like not having bar when you get off the corner to continue pressure might be kind of problematic in the first place. Betty being able to pressure right after on defense on a character that lacks that defense on wake up might be kind of bad.
I'm wondering if he's gonna switch it up from the elbow drop. Betty having a really, really good discipline on not anti-airing against the elbow drops.
Okay, better off offensive drive reversal. More in the green right now. Toss try to catch a lacking with the throw bait right there. Nothing doing though. Counter hit.
That was a frame trap again. You can see the counter hits that are coming out against Betty. I think Betty's gonna have to adjust and stop trying to press jab in between the block strings because Yu is recognizing that pattern.
He's got to switch up now. Hey, there we go. That's fake. Betty recognizes. Oh, Shinigami, the stand fierce. Claiming the soul. It's hit though.
We're getting a critical art damage also. Hot Betty trying to throw him once again with the throw loops. Heavy overhead.
Oh, step.
It's a frame trap again. That's gonna be in it. Nice interruption again from Betty. Betty is not getting deterred from pressing buttons in between the block strings.
Hey, we interrupt the driver stand medium kick though. I like that poke range. Empty throw, little tap parry, another toss, another one. Okay, we tech this time.
On the fourth one. The counter hit. Stand medium kick is going to be enough straight into the level 2, and just like that, it is 1-1 between Yu from the Philippines versus Betty from Japan. We're going to see how Betty has to adjust how she wants to approach this matchup because there were a lot of counter hits that were happening in that last game.
Right.
Yu has clearly recognized the timing of when Betty wants to press buttons. The stand medium kick is working out a lot in his favor as well. I mean, it's Kimberly. You're going to do a lot of stand medium kicks, but he's been checking the drive rushes. He's been getting the counter hits and neutral into the drive rush cancel against Betty, and he's been able to get his offense started.
I wonder if it might be a good idea to use the walk speed of the character to walk into the range where you can like a drive rush jab or a clicker button to interrupt the stand medium kick. Even though that's kind of dicey. So we'll have to see how Betty adjusts. Yeah, you're right. I'm curious how we're going to keep it tight. The perfect parry on the buttons. The reads here from Yu. Takes Betty to the corner.
Got a hold on. Look at that bar. She's going to be burnt out because she had to block off that. But nice jump out of the corner. No, not the back throw.
Neck hunter. Overhead again. Again.
She has level 1 now. Maybe she's going to be ready for the DI this time. Are we even going to go for it? That is a trade combo. That's going to be enough. Yu looking so strong in that first round.
Oh, yeah. Feeling himself. Honestly, he should. That trade combo was super sick. Ready for these conversions, too, as well, right after. She's a trade queen, so ready with that. Medium on the other side, though, against the elbow drop. She'll throw.
A nice movement from Betty here. You see the hesitation in the anti-air here. I think does catch you. This is drive reversal again. Doesn't get shimmy. Does get thrown. That's going to be a burnout. Almost a burnout there. There it is. Nice block on the overhead. Betty's going to have to fight back.
Ooh. Stan Fierce able to hit. We got bar at the bottom, too, as well. CA is on the way. After the vagabond, Yu is absolutely cracked right now.
I mean, I think that's going to be it. That was off the critical art.
It is! Yu takes down Betty.
All the way from the Philippines. Okay, this might kind of be considered an upset, mainly because Betty is such a household name now.
Yeah.
And then Yu, obviously probably not as well traveled as Betty, but made it out here all the way from the Philippines, and that's my lack of knowledge of players out from the Philippines also, but really, really good, strong player.
I would say it's an upset. Betty is super strong. We've seen her move through some really nasty brackets too as well. We've seen her play, but again, as you mentioned, from the Philippines, someone we don't get to typically see as much. Putting it out there. I don't know if y'all know who Yu was, but now I know who Yu is. I'm mixing this up, but it doesn't matter now. Yu, I have my eyes on you because your Kim is ridiculous. And again,
You, me? You is you? I'm looking for you. I'm you.
I'm looking for you through this bracket, though. I'll tell you that. And you should be, too, as well, if they pull up to your bracket, because that Kim was super sick. You're right in terms of we saw a lot of counter hits and things like that, but there were also moments where he would throw in like the heavy kick, more plus frame scenarios, so that even if you are trying to like rear back and not jab, those plus frame scenarios would make it so hard for you to even play a button right after. So like there would be a sequence and heavy kick is put in there, you're like, well, when is my turn? When is my turn? And we different looks and ways to take away the drive gauge. Yu is cracked with that Kim.
Yeah, I mean, Yu you were able to see how optimal that you was because of that burnout sequence, right? That's something that really has to be practiced in the lab.
Yeah.
Recognizing at what point do you spend your bar and your drive cans in order to get that burnout. And you was able to get that on Betty, which led to the loss in that round, blocking all these overheads. Like, she had so much health, so I felt like she was probably comfortable. She's like, okay, I got burnt out, but I still have 80%.
Yeah,
but it was
sure.
a lot of overhead she ended up blocking to the point where she could not take the DI anymore. And it makes you a little bit more on your toes about having to react to something.
You know what I liked about the throw loops and the overheads? It's like you kept going for it because they were not responding. And then when they responded, you switch it up. Like, that was great. I love that kind of stuff where you don't deviate from a plan that's working. You're getting all this damage, and by that point, after those throw loops, those overheads, she lost like 40%.
Yeah.
You have a lead. Like, I love seeing that. Like, don't go away from the game plan if it's still working. All that was sick, you.
Shout outs to you. Really, really smart gameplay. A lot of adaptation there. Again, the recognition on how the timing of when she went to interrupt Kim's runs, but they did buff Kim this season. That is a true frame trap if she goes into the run that you saw you doing quite a bit there. It deterred Betty from pressing jabs in between the block strings, but, you know, and in the end, we only saw one jump roundhouse.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And at the same time, at the very end, he started the perfect parry, too, as well. The jabs, like, we'll see, like, a three-piece sequence, and on the third one would hit the parry, so wouldn't even let her get her party started at all. So moments like that just allow you to get the momentum and steamroll from there. That's what we're talking about. It's not just the same people playing against these cats, so to give it a chance to get this arena to fight it out. Will this be another one? We'll see ya say see ya to Tokido.
See ya. Oh, look at that smile. That is a Colgate ad if I haven't seen one myself, with a thumbs up also.
Shiny.
And Tokido. That is the Tokido, Varel's Tokido himself. Freshly off of reject. I believe Tokido has some sort of ownership of the Varel team,
so.
right? Like,
yeah.
he started it or some sort of it, and now he gets to represent that team, which is really, really cool.
Big boss.
But we're going to see the JP come out from Tokido versus Sia on the Guile.
I don't think I've seen the Ken from Tokido in a long, long time.
I don't think he plays Ken anymore.
You don't know him like that. JP's so strong. You have to really understand how to play the character at a high level, but when you do, you are well rewarded.
Nice, goes through the Sonic Boom. Heavily in Tokido's favor, and just like that, walks Sia down into the corner. Something that Guile is accustomed to. Guiles end up in the corner all the time.
Getting out projectile when you're fighting the likes of JP. Pulse on the heavy kick. Overhead ghost blocked out and held parry. Can we anti-air? Yeah, that's a sharp distance, so I wouldn't either. Tokido just playing nice little lane style right now.
Nice, very early flash kick from Sia as an anti-air against Tokido here. Kind of almost tied on the life. Very similar on the dry bar. Perfect parry, doesn't get the punish. Trading. Oh, what a jump in. We're just going to do simple jump roundhouse to the sweep here.
It's a turn, interrupts the departure. That was a little too raw. Forward kick able to hit Sia. Stays nice and close where the projectiles aren't as much of an issue or a problem, and just batters him with buttons.
Yeah, really nice stuff from Sia, working from one corner all the way to the other for that win.
It's true, actually. Coast to coast.
To get the perfect parry, but you are going to have to parry. Yes. Counter hitting. Tokido taking Sia to the corner. We're going to set up the portal here. Nice jump in behind it. Nice interruption for Sia.
Yeah, not too bad. You're showing the green, so you're meter positive. What?
We got reactions. That's what Tokido said.
Level 3 against a back fist. Was too far out. Saw something. Shot.
This is a good early level 3 as well. He's going to be able to build some of the super bar back, at least for the next round, if he keeps continuing here. If anything, Sia's going to want to end this round as quick as possible to not give Tokido a chance. Or he's going to try to take the win right now. Let's see. One more hit. There it is!
Jump in! Oh, Sia!
I don't know if this is going to be enough. He should have burned himself out, I feel. Oh,
Please.
That's enough. That's more than enough. I lied.
God, that is American-made damage right there. Ooh, Sia, that was super sick. The timings on these jumps, that's the second time he's had a critical jump, but that one led to a critical heart. Game up on Tokido, they go right back in.
Go right, yeah. And there wasn't, actually, now that I think about it, there wasn't much scaling off the jumping combo. So yeah, it makes sense that that critical art did so much damage, and the jump-ins are just working out so well in Sia's favor right now.
He has to earn that range, though. That one anti-air. It's the reward here from Tokido. OD departure, it doesn't matter. The defense is ridiculous.
The defense is there, and we're going to get the punish counter. Are we going to see another upset?
Could be the flash kick ready. Out with the blade. If he went for an Nimjia, he would have gotten smoked for it.
It's Tokido's back that's against the corner. How is he going to fight against Sia's offense? We're going to get the conversion this time. Teleport. Again, Sia not letting Tokido get away with these strings. Just one more hit for Sia.
One OD, one normal Sonic Boom, honestly. Gets another jump in! My man is feeling froggy. It is Jumpman out here. Sia about to say Sia to Tokido.
Man, he's got a very good pattern read on Tokido right now. Again, he's not letting you get away with these block strings. You have to stay true. We need some true block strings here.
Keep it right, keep it tight. Dash up, try to get the jump, a little too shy, that's okay. Stand here to the OD Fireball. The Sonic Boom, close range game is where you want to be. Like this mid-range is good. See more anti-airs here for Tokido. Crowd huge. Departure to lock him down.
No neutral jumping against me. There's the OD Amnesia against the overhead. Not gonna get a punish here, but we are gonna get the pop on the second. Bomb from Amnesia. Perfect parry. Sia looking real comfortable right now. Okay, Levushka's out. Parry, defense. We're gonna take the punish counter throw, but level 2 is over.
He's out once again. Fake Ghost trying to fake him out. Walk up back throw. Pushing positions. Medium departure now. The teleport is there.
Again, another throw. Tokido getting so much mileage off the throws right now. What? A conversion off the air-to-air, the juggle. No, medium kick. Tokido. Tokido really... Yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the departure is landing a lot more control. Like what you want to have in JP overall.
Oh, okay. Counter hit does work in Sia's favor here. But Tokido kind of recognizing the timing of when Sia wants to jump now. He's not giving to him, and we're going to see another Levushka. We're going to lead into the, yeah, we're going to take the back throw.
Get some distance, your meter up. They're not meter positive, they can't go for like OD. Does get the air to air.
A lot of counter hits here. Kind of even from Sia. Tokido hasn't landed a clean jumping yet.
Right, hasn't found the moment. Perfect parry so low. Gets a DI ender right there. The fact that he caught at that range, cool. Oh my god, and how many level 2s does this guy get?
It's the third one in this set. He's gonna have to worry. Gets the juggle as well, tried to jump out the corner, and very nice patience from Tokido. Able to get the juggle off the departure for the finish.
Ooh, Sia was playing so clean, but more knockdowns, leading more departures, leading more control. This character and more meter positive moments for JP that are able to outpace the likes of guys like Fireball. It appears right after putting it back to full screen. Effective.
2 double perfect parries, but unfortunately still gets clipped by the roundhouse coming from Tokido. Huge life lead on Tokido's side. We're seeing the patience from Tokido now, not throwing out as many ghosts. He's not allowing Sia to get the jump in, and the low parries. Second one from Tokido.
He knows that range, crouching middle kick or crouching light that will be played, so I do like him going for that guess. DI, wall splat, it's getting scaled, but we're going to get the kill here. Departure, you know what, I lied. He's got the crouch grip confirmed. He's got bar. What am I saying? Tokido opti with it, set point.
Bro, I want to talk about that setup. He did the short ghost to bait out the parry attempt from Sia and went for DI immediately after because it's guaranteed because he was still recovering from the parry. That was godlike. Okay, Tokido.
2 on the arm for that one. And Sia, again, has been so low in the drive cage. It's been hard for him to fight back, drive rush, OD, fireball, anything at all. Get tossed.
I mean, Tokido, we might see another level 2 come out if Sia allows him enough time to build the level 2. No, but we're going to get the juggle off a little too late with the throw there. It's going to be enough. No, not yet, not yet. We didn't want to do level 1.
Got bar to
We do have another level 2. We're going to see maybe a string come out into the level 2 here, into Levushka.
You're right. Oh, they get the back fist. Oh no, he delays the jab. He set him up to bait out the OD flash kick, and that's going to get all that data utilized very, very well from Tokido. To kind of hold back a little bit, we saw him flash kick continuously go into the crystal slash. That would put him at full range, full distance. That'd be a little punish right there. This time he holds back, doesn't do it, takes care of that flash kick. Tokido does move on, but that was close at the very beginning. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, we talk about pattern recognition, right? So the first game, I mean, Sia looked so dominant. He had all those clean reads on Tokido's timing on when he wanted to do Ghost.
Yeah.
There was a lot of projectile trading, and then Sia would do the jump right after that. That's kind of like the level 1 of things, right? But Tokido was able to adjust towards the end. Again, I'm still going to talk about that bait
The
on the
fake Ghost
DI.
into making
the
him
fake
go
Ghost.
the parry. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. That is smart as hell.
I mean, you have to laugh for moments like that. So we didn't see too much damage come out from all the Lavushkas that came out.
Yeah.
But it still led to punish counter throws, even back throws. It just led to the slower decline of Sia's health.
Sometimes you see like JP players use it more for utility. Like Takepi doesn't really use it for mix. It's just like get outside the corner or for like defense or something like that, or like get himself some more drive gauge back. Tokido seems to be kind of similar in that way. It's not about opening you up for some nasty mix,
Yeah,
instant
it's
overhead
utility.
save type thing. It's more about like the utility as you mentioned and finding openings to hold like a throw, go full screen, get himself back in the green. And when you're lower the drive gauge, it's like, oh, how do I fight JP as Guile? I can't OD Sonic Boom. I can't OD Blade. I can't go band for band with him. I'm broke. So in those scenarios, it's better for Tokido and he can run his game the way that he wants to.
Yeah. And I mean, still shout outs to Sia. I saw a lot of like good tech that you see against JP that you really, really have to practice for. Like when the portal is out and you're looking for either a spike or whatnot, to get rid of it is to get it off the screen.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of dry rush bazooka knee come out from Sia when the portal was out just to get rid of it. So there's a lot of cool matchup knowledge there to be had, but it was Tokido that came out on top there.
The player knowledge, though, Tokido had, the adaptations. He's always been about dissecting people, and I think actually JP kind of fits him well because of the fake ghost just to see what we're going to do on defense.
Yeah.
He did that with Ken where he wasn't like the most opti with the character, but he would do things to like jab, and then see what you do right after. We saw at the very end right there with JP, so same sort of sauce, different sort of flavor. Tokido moves on in the bracket. And I hope we do get to see some Ken, but I think it's just going to be JP. I think it's just JP
I don't
these days.
think Tokido's Ken is coming out.
He's on the bench.
But we're going to see Sion, BFD Sion, representing the U.S. versus Sinster, also from the U.S.
All right. Sinister. I like Sinister better. Oh, Guile back on the scene. A few more Guile players out here.
Yeah, Sagat. Actually, we've seen a lot of Sagats. We've seen a lot of Guiles.
Don't worry about the Sagats, though. All right. They're struggling.
Okay, we're seeing more blades here. I think this matchup will be played a little bit, maybe faster than what we just saw against JP versus Guile. You don't really see, like, fireballs from Sagat aren't as, I don't know, but more utilized than JP's Ghost, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's some matchups where you can kind of use fireballs as Sagat. This is not one of those. Like, he's got Blaze, got faster boom sometimes. The timing's really good. Then an errant fireball, especially like a low shot, gets jumped in on. Oh, the brawling for Sagat in this game.
There's a play, yeah. Sinister kind of having a little difficulty finding his way in against Sion. This is the game that Guile is very comfortable playing, but the Tiger Knee beats the overhead.
2. Goes to the Nexus. No punish to like it. I feel like it would have been close enough. Will interrupt that knee, though, with the crouching medium punch predictably. Sion with a big lead. Can't DI knee. Hopped over that nice and easy level 1. Gets it done. Sion.
I was trying to find where they were in the pool. So I guess Dogura is in here. That was a DQ. So Sinister is, yeah, this is the winner semis on that side.
Okay, so Sinister, that's why he's out here trying to work with the Sagat. But unfortunately, he hasn't been able to find the knees and the spacing that he wants.
And because Sion was blocking low, the last bit of the Tiger Nexus to make him plus just whiffed, and Sion, we're gonna spend the level 1 here. Getting that damage. Nice setup, safe jump setup as well.
Oh, that's how you catch a throw tech, upside down kick, the Stranger Things. The dash up throw, one more hit was gonna do it. It's gonna be an overhead.
On the dome.
Like a Dougie.
Nice interruption. Sinister is really having a hard time trying to find a way to open up Sion. He's not even having, like, he's not in the correct spacing to even do his normals. Sion is right outside of the range of Sagat's normals right now.
And initiating when he wants to, like drive rush bazooka and like the tempo is in favor of Scion for sure. The blade, the variance of these projectiles that you mentioned makes it really hard for Sagat to do what he wants to do. Shimmy again on the stand fierce.
We burn ourselves out just to go for the level 1. We are going to get safe jump set up here again. Empty jump low. Meaty as all, only a level 2 would have beaten that one, but nice and easy for Scion to move forward. You see the crowd, there's a sign. I think Scion's #1. I don't even see the word fan, it's just Scion's #1.
Gotta face the camera though when you do that, that's okay. Scion pretty dominant right there with the guile. Big ups to him. I do like the way that he was playing up in the neutral. We saw at the very end, level 1, instead of going for the safe jump setup, with that crouching light kick. You know, if it was an OD flash kick, it would have killed, but just like switch ups like that, show me he's been playing this character for a while.
Really nice stuff. And that was winners semis, so they get to progress into round 2, which is happening right after this also. There's only a few matches left in this round 1. And within the next 20 minutes, we will have established all of round 2 happening later today.
When that happens, I'm going to be front row center for all those fights out there. Then obviously come back for a little bit more commentary. But again, that's the great thing about being at these tournaments. You get to see these things firsthand. You can't see them on stream. You can see them in person if you can move through the crowd. Can't always happen if it's like Tokido versus another player or like a Daigo or Mena. But you know, if you get there early enough, maybe. I
mean, you'll see it because you'll see the crowd between them, and then you'll hear all like the crazy cheering, and you're like, oh, what's going on over there?
You gotta do the phone trick, which is like you put your phone up like this to see it, and then you zoom in.
It's because we're short. Like other people don't have that problem. Like I have to like tap just a kid. I'd be like, what's going on up there? Can you see the match?
Give me a play-by-play. You become the commentator now, bro. Like, you right. Short kings and queens stand up.
Let's see. Okay, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get nothing but bangers at this point, right? We're going to see your Ken that you asked for from the Uriel Velorio versus Skeletor from the U.S.
Technology, baby!
Technology, for sure. If you guys don't know who Uriel is a consistent player in the Capcom Cup. He didn't make it this past Capcom Cup, but he's usually in it, known for his Ken, plays many characters, of course, and his tagline, as you were talking about, is technology, baby.
Yes.
I think the way his play style is pretty explosive also.
Yeah,
I think the matchup that comes to my mind every single time I think about Uriel is when he played against Chrissy CH. He committed hard in the first rounds of the game. It wasn't even like second where you recognize Chrissy CH's patterns.
Yeah.
He did low forward drive rush into DI because Chrissy CH loves doing the OS with the ODDP.
Ah, what a catch. And then he scales back if it needs to be. Like, we see over in like TNS, like the first things that we have over there. He's like, okay, if this isn't working out, this explosive nature isn't working out, I can like scale back a little bit when you think I'm going to be like drive rush, stand fierce. I'll hit that breaks with a jab instead, then catch you, and then whip punish you for that. These moments allow him to get right back to 10.
And I lied, we're not seeing the Ken. We're seeing the red-headed Wig Terry instead.
Red-headed Wig Terry. This one is definitely Chucky Play. He's not lying. I see it now.
I forgot, I did speak to Uriel, and he does prefer Terry now over Ken when he's playing.
We see some Ken every so often, playing like the matchup, so understand. Back throw though, kill rush.
Unfortunate drop from Skeletor there. Pure jumping, no anti-air, but the drive rush delayed overhead is gonna work. The reset into the DI as well. That's what I'm saying. We're seeing some explosive play, and it's really nice stuff from Uriel too, because he's willing to take those gambles because he knew the combo wasn't going to kill.
Yeah.
And he was willing to burn himself out and gamble it for the DI to hit there.
Well done here for Uriel so far. Technology EX installed. The flicker trying to come through. Drive rush jab's going to interrupt. Knocked off the Cycle Blitz.
Back into the neutral just a little bit.
That fireball's kind of a pain point. Right, has to go for the flicker. Normal fireball, the sparks don't really do too much.
A little too late for the whiff punish from Skeletor there, but I like the idea that he had. Unfortunately, gets caught. This is going to be dumping all into the level 3. No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to cancel it.
Gonna be the overhead. That's going to be up punished. They didn't want to commit to the level 2, but you'll die for it though. The head nod. I saw the FGC head nod for about the entire match. It's like, all right, man, all right. You got it, you got it, all right. I see your technology.
Indeed. And it is a really nice punish from Euro Valorio, that move, the OD Blitz, I believe is only -5. So a lot of, I mean, even naturally, I would think it's a medium punish, but you're only -5 in that situation. Might even be -4, I'm not exactly sure, but I know you have to use a light to punish it.
DI, flicker, meaty, fireball. Gotta commit to the heavy kick to jump out though.
Jump. But there's the OD, what Yipes calls it, the upside down chandelier.
The chandelier. That sounds like a Yipes, that's sick. Pierce over and over again, hits the heavy as he tries to leave with the structure. The DI again! The flickers are not working out. The technology is there to deal with the fireballs, to deal with the flickers. So what's that point?
Technology indeed. With the pure jump and also taking Skeletor all the way to the corner, Euro just has a very good read right now on how Skeletor wants to play, especially when you're reacting with DIs in neutral.
Yeah, the back row. Wheel was already backing up though. Driver on Steve P catches the button extended. In the gutty works, he tried the reset. This time we perfect parry. Fool me once. Does this hit? It doesn't. Yeah, driver's punish. Stand medium. There you go. Get in there.
We're going to dump it into the level 3 here. I think this is purely for the damage here. There's plenty of drive meter left on Euro's side, but hopefully Skeletor is looking to close out this round so he can build even more meter for the next round. Miss the drive rush.
Our waves. This helps him develop some bar. Skeletor at bay, but he has him right where he wants him though. At the same time, he has him up in the corner. The trade.
Tried to go for the whip punish again, missed it unfortunately, and we're going to go straight into the Buster Wolf. Level 1 nice and clean for Uriel off the low medium kick conversion.
You are never okay when this man's technology is at play. What are these dances at this tournament?
That was a single stanky leg. That was a stanky leg. They got that down in Mexico. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Wow, okay. I'm going to take that one.
Good stuff from Uriel there. Like, he almost had it, but unfortunately it wasn't. Like, Skeletor had all the right reads, I'd say, but he didn't get the full conversion. I think there was a little hesitation because he would go for the shimmy, he would go for the whip punish, but it was just like a frame or two, a little too late.
And that timing just a little bit off, especially towards the end, like having that nice little lead, had him right where he wants him. I mean, Ed dominates at that range, but I think also what makes it kind of problematic is like those fireballs are such an annoyance. You can't do your normal spark fireball as Ed, you can go for flicker, you're focused on that. He's like, cool, that allows me to get in on recovery. So, you know, if you're Uriel, you're like, that's great. I played Chrissy CH a million times. I know how to play this matchup. As you mentioned, you saw the technology, you saw the DI timing too as well against the flicker. You've been prepared for that. So that man just has the right stuff installed.
Installed, indeed. Uriel. Technology. You cannot outpatch Uriel Valorio.
We can. The fact that he has a Ken just in case, like for things for comfort, I think. Like he still has that character. He's played at TNS. Don't let him lie to you.
I mean, he plays multiple characters. He plays multiple. But for the tournament, it seems like he is on that Terry.
That's true. That's true. A lot of people should be on that Terry. I saw Chris Wong also playing on Terry, and I'm like, you're smiling now, man. You look like you got a glow about you. You look like you're happy as hell,
the
bro.
loop wasn't giving him the glow anymore. He had to move over to Terry.
He's like, man, life is good. He's smiling and stuff, talking more. I'm like, okay. I'm glad you got the top tier out here, you know? More people should play Terry, trying to say.
I hear you on that. I think one pool we haven't had a chance to see out of all of these yet.
Okay.
We definitely haven't seen the Enzo Nianpi pool.
Dang.
So that's one. And then we haven't, actually, we've seen literally every pool except for that one, I feel.
Oh, we're just missing Nianpi.
Yeah, that's the only pool. We had Samurai already qualify through winners as well. We just saw Ding earlier. We just saw Tokido. Let's see. Big Mo actually lost to Ding. So Ding does make it out in winners.
Big Mo. Oh, no. Ding's got some good news. Give him that credit.
Let's see. What else we got going on here?
The list on the start.
The list. I know.
Like
I gotta.
Constant.
There's so many pools. I think there's 64 pools in round 1.
Golly.
We're not gonna see it because Enzo and Nianpi both already qualified through winners. Good stuff to both of them.
Nianpi beat Alex Dot, the Blanca player.
Yes,
yeah,
I think she was tweeting about it. She was saying that there was a 2,000 plus MR Blanca player that she had to defeat to make it out a winner. So I guess that was Alex Dot.
I like how she put the ranked up there. Like, I wasn't fighting no scrub.
Japan does some research.
Yeah,
Japan
they
does
do.
research.
Maybe look it up, the people. You know, that's why guys had to have a Heidi, you know what I'm saying? Get that sneaky leak.
But okay, let's see. We haven't had a chance to see Mizuha play, right?
Haven't seen him up the screen yet.
That might be next because I see there's no score next to Mizuha versus JCX. We might have that match next.
Please give me that. That is a Street Fighter League legend. I love the way he plays Cammy, and yeah, maybe he's been a my guy a little bit these days too as well, but I don't mind seeing him play. I like seeing some of these league players get ready for Street Fighter League and also trying to qualify for the singles tournament at Capcom Cup. So they still trying to put their foot out there.
Oh yeah. And then Problem X has made it out in winners as well. Aqua's gonna have to play against Smock Tim to make it out.
Oh
and
yeah.
Here it is. As we guess, it is Mizuha versus JCX. Also from the region of the US. Not sure exactly where in the US he's from. But we gonna learn today.
Yeah, we gonna learn today. See if we can make Mizuha learn. Mizuha is like the nicest person, like top 10 nicest people, but he plays like an absolute jerk.
Mizuha?
Yes.
No, he doesn't play like a jerk.
You don't think so, bro?
I think you got him confused with Akira.
No, he also does too in Street Fighter League. He scaled back a little bit, but back in the day, raw spiral arrows and things like that, sweep on the way down.
No, Mizuha's not like that. Mizuha is very patient. I cannot speak for his Ryu because I just feel like all Ryus are degen players.
Okay, I mean that's a normal insult.
Oh wait, no, it's Mizuha and Sagat. Okay.
He's playing Sagat now? What? No,
I feel like Mizuha's a very like patient, well thought out, well planned, not really a scramble type of player.
So active use with this character though. Raw sweep works out forward just for the plus frames. Can't really get that wild with Sagat, so you have to be a little bit more patient. Slower buttons. Drive rush medium though.
Let's see how he's able to get into the neutral. Really good spacing with JCX. Unfortunately, doesn't get the full conversion off the whip punish on the Tiger Knee here. Take on Mizuha's end. Nice and in the green while his JCX is fighting back from the orange on the drive meter.
Oh, nice little button timer right there. Caught the crouching light. We'll get the anti-air with the DP. Nice. Drive rush over it. No, it's a throw instead.
Extra deep on the anti-air as well. There's a drive rush low.
What a structuring of buttons. Crouching medium punch. They crouch Pierce. Ends it with the heaviest of DPs. Catching the cutscene to catch a case up in the corner.
Fully charged DP as well. Didn't have to spend any super bar there. I was wondering if he had to spend a level 1, but you can never question Sagat's damage.
And the way that he keep the bar too as well, at the top, at the bottom, whatever he wants, does at moments like that. Why he's so good.
A couple of drops from JCX's side, but it's okay, not too bad. Still in the life lead here. Nice perfect parry on the Tiger Knee. We're gonna back though. Put Mizuha into the corner here.
Additional advantage. Step hit, very active. Okay, we're gonna get the extended button with the drive rush jab, overhead. Had the counter hit. Nothing followed though. GCX lacking a little bit.
Yeah, very unfortunate drop. Blocks the follow for Tiger Nexus standing as well as plus. Mizuha doesn't get anything off of it though. Okay, we're back into the neutral.
Oh no!
More. No drop on JCX's side this time. Mizuha a little too short on the hurt box of the DP there, trying to anti-air JCX.
Go the DRC right after. Medium just too shy, just too short. The drive rush jab, we're in there. Okay, combo. Wakes up with crouching medium punch though. Mizuha very active on defense so far, and structuring the buttons as well.
Interesting choice of waking up on the crouch medium punch, but it does work. Are we gonna go back? You don't really get Oki off of this, but you do get that roundhouse that makes it extra plus. And now you're burnt out, JCX. Are you ready with that level 3?
Oh, he's gonna buffer Stan Pearson to like a level 1 or something. No big deal. He has that bar just in case, as you mentioned, for the buffer. Oh, side whip punish. Can't lead too far into it. OD need. Gets a counter conversion. Scatter this man.
Oh. Oh. Ow. Not enough. Lots of scaling there. I always consider him as a critical art, but not the best situation for JCX as he burnt himself out for that combo.
Yeah. But fireball trap him from this range. We have the OD if need be, but you were too far out. Team get on block the backstep so the knees don't connect. JCX. Oh my God.
Great space.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh. It was just not the best timing to do a drive rush there, but he was committed to the drive rush. But again, great spacing from JCX in the last round, forcing the whip on the Tiger Knee. And he's getting a lot of whip punish using the drive rush stand jab.
Like that. Keep that bar to catch extended butts after capturing you. Previously, we saw crouch Pierce a lot. We're in there with a combo. Is it with a DP?
The late Sam medium punch is going to get the counter hit here against JCX. All the damage. Plenty of bar Mizuha side. Drive rushes in just to keep the pressure on.
The breaks and waits. Mizuha takes care of that bet.
Yeah, Mizuha looking pretty unfazed at this moment. Nice perfect carry on the donkey kick. We're going to drive rush punish as well. Getting the juggle off. Crouch heavy punch.
Great kill. Throw right after. Drive rush for that strike throw. The throw to start things off. Another one. Kind of plus frame scenario.
Does it go for the fourth one? We're going to use OD Fireball to poke back, but JCX still really in the corner here.
What an interruption with the jab. The timing is perfect. Is it with a DP? Very active. He needs to be pressing these buttons. I was like reversal timing, or just to interrupt whatever's coming his way. Not enough to kill though, but he has such a big lead.
Yeah, meaty Fireball. He had to perfect that. Unless he was going to be burnt out here, but no punish. No punish yet? No, not yet.
It's solid so far. +2. Step kick able to hit.
Yeah, start up on the donkey kick. JCX really trying to find a way to open up Mizuha. Nice wall that Mizuha put up there.
That's like nice and close to as well with the jabs, the step kicks, to interrupt things predictably. Plus, back again, step kick. He's just bunting in outside that range. No more knees. It's been more about that step kick.
Just gonna snipe out Mizuha from the air here, but oh no. Okay, not sure what's happening in the neutral right now, but it's a little scrambly. I'm not gonna lie. Fireball tries to get the whip punish. Again, Mizuha so ready with the perfect parries against the donkey kicks. JCX is gonna have to recognize he needs to switch out which donkey kick he's doing, I'm thinking. If he gets the chance to do it again.
Definitely right about that. It's a break. After that medium though, just an OD Fireball. Does get the donkey kick, stocks up right after it with the Dinjin. Done with that Hashogeki, there we go for the extension. Set point, JCX.
Not with the drive rush overhead, what a comeback.
In the DNA of Ryu players. Gotta land one.
He is on the brink of a level 3 as well. Tried to get the whip punish a little too slow with the step kick there. Seeing a lot of damage. Tatsu into the corner carry. The late crouch jab. Counter hits. Spinning into level 3 off the Hashogeki. Huge life lead for JCX at this point. Is Mizuha going to be able to fight back, or is this going to be another upset, I'd say?
Try to go for the crouch fierce again. The timing is caught. Oh, the throw. Protect that throw. Walk up, look forward. The drive rush jab. Reversal jab. JCX finish this off. Such a big lead right now. Plus frame scenario. Mizuha trying to get the bar back.
With the dash up throw just to close it out against Mizuha. Really nice stuff from JCX. I really like the usage of the drive rush stand jab as a punish, as a whip punish against Sagat. Really good stuff. Where's JCX from?
I think Florida, if I'm not mistaken, like Juicy Game Night. Like I remember on the online era, they would have his name and a few people like Caesar would pop up too as well. So I remember seeing his Ryu out there in 5. But as for now, I didn't know he was playing like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's the same name. But regardless, well done to catch the timings, the reversal timings that Mizuha was trying to play. Because as you mentioned, he's trying to put him a wall of buttons. Step kick, jab, and things like that. Now JCX would be like, okay, I'll wait for you to play something bigger. I'll walk back and drive rush jab.
Yeah.
Keep throwing these big buttons out after you whip and it's not your turn in the first place. I'm not going to get caught by them. I'm going to punish them. Yo, big ups, JCX. Ooh, we X-rated out here. Oh my God. Took down Mizuha. That's an upset. That's an upset right there.
That's definitely unexpected. So really good stuff. Again, you can't just really sleep on anybody here. Not at all.
Training. He's from Chicago. My bad.
Bro.
That's a boy from around the area. JCX from around the area. My bad.
Aren't you from Chicago?
Yeah,
Come on, man. It's okay. I didn't know the California player earlier.
There's some players that we have a lot. We do have one of the biggest scenes in the world. So
yeah.
My bad. I know JCX was from my joint like that.
Shout out to Chi-Town.
FGC meetups pull up bi-weekly, baby. Don't get hits like that. Come on. Me best. Okay, I'm sorry. I
Okay,
can't even
calm
slam
it
him
down there. You
like
just
that.
found out he was from
I just
Chicago,
found
okay?
out.
Calm it down there.
Yeah, you know. But big up J6. I didn't even know he was from my area like that. But I will say, if you want to put your stamp out there in the world Warriors are going on right now. Come sign up. It has just started. 25 regions, 26 qualified players for Capcom Cup 13. That could be you. Head on over to the schedule tab of the Capcom Pro Tour website to find your region and sign up.
This is going on right now, and talking about Street Fighter, you know, like, are you participating in your World Warrior?
Oh, no, I'm a baby boy. I'm scared.
A baby boy.
Yeah, I'm
scared. This is how we get it all started.
I don't want $1 million. No, I don't want any of that.
But shout out to World Warrior. It is definitely on its way. We just had a whole bunch of World Warriors. I forgot what Incross said. It was like 10 plus regions that just happened this past Sunday.
True.
So a lot of World Warriors are happening. West Coast for sure. I participate in mine. You should definitely support yours, you know. Let's get more players out there. Let's get the recognition for all the players coming out locally.
Yeah,
25 regions. That's a lot of regions.
That is a lot of regions. A lot of talent that is going to be uncovered. Even if they don't make the top spot, you get to see new names and new faces. Like Japan, for example. I feel like it's a who's who of just sometimes random names, sometimes not. But those players are always super sick. In any region, too, as well. ECX took down Mizura. We've already seen Tachikawa earlier today being put down to losers. There's going to be way more upsets on the way and great action on the way as the day concludes. As we wind it down, we're in round 2 of the pools.
Yeah, we're going to move on. That means everyone has qualified outside of round 1 already, whether or not it's in winners or losers. But we are going straight into round 2 after this. And then we are going to have round 3 tomorrow, all the way to crowning the winner of Combo Breaker, getting their Capcom Cup spot, and then the 2 players getting their EWC spots. But with that being said, I think it's time for us to sign out.
That's right. Let's take a quick pause for the cause. When we come back, more Combo Breaker action coming right at you. Don't go nowhere.
Did you come to see me again? Initiating hack!
Round 2 has officially commenced here at Combo Breaker 2026 for Street Fighter 6, and man, it's going to be a banger. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but we do have a couple of people getting ready to hit the stage, and it's going to be pretty big time. A lot of implications, going to be a lot of content coming from it, that is for sure. It is of Hollywood-sized proportions, if you will. What's up, Logan? How you doing?
Yeah, certainly a Hollywood epic, you know, some real GOAT action. Great.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss
We got two plucky competitors here today.
Well, as much as we are kind of like spoiling who's coming up next, it's more so about who that individual is going to be playing up against, which we also won't spoil. I will give you all the details, however, this is round 2. We're going to be navigating across the pond for Pool J. There's a lot of people, right? There's only going to be 2 hours worth of Pool J, but we have guys like NuckleDoo, DCQ, Goichi, to name a few in one of the first halves. Nauman and Gotchikun as well.
Ending
Oh, you got
Walker,
it.
Nephew, Fenrich. We also got a Kinsho.
Yes.
Well, you know, one of the coolest things that I've noticed at Combo Break, and I expect it to continue throughout, you know, the major offline premiere events, is how many of these professional players are here in attendance. And it's not just like your marquee names, some of which we may see very soon. Not your just marquee names. It's all of them. Like, it was the same with Edo Japan as well, right? It didn't matter where they're coming from. Everyone's out, and it feels like nature has fully healed. Almost.
We're getting there. We're definitely getting there with the inclusion of even more events as well, right? The CBT is slowly coming back towards the amount of events that we used to have, right? And I like that inclusion of like different regions specifically, right? We do have a good like concentrated amount of events in like NA, a good amount in like Japan as well. We're getting some more in like Europe, I think, perhaps.
Yeah, we got 2 in France.
Right. Okay. So that with the inclusion of like BAM coming back to the CBT is a pretty damn huge deal to me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Blink there representing for Latin America and the Caribbean.
Right. And even so the inclusion of Chile for World Warrior, right? So it's as cool as that is, right? It's great to see, and I've been harking on this for a hot minute too. Seeing players that don't necessarily get that opportunity to get their shine, and there's like so many damn killers now in the current era of Street Fighter, that the more opportunities they get to travel out, they get more of that exposure to become, you know, maybe
they grow
player,
into themselves, right? You know, they grow into these roles. Oh wow, back on the Ken.
Damn.
And as you said, there's so many more opportunities. Nauman here representing the FM. Psycho looks like he is looking for representation still.
That's wild, by the way, to even think about, right? That guy not single-handedly brought the biggest comeback over in SFL US finals. Definitely a pivotal part to that team. Nauman gonna be getting blown up though.
Cleaning Nauman's clock. What a start.
Damn, dude. Detonation focused me. Definitely got blown up for it.
There was some detonation.
For damn sure.
Needs to be some more focus. Or you're gonna end up as a meme.
That's bars. And you've been cleaning up a little bit, huh?
You know how it is.
Been a long time. Psycho trying to fight out of the corner. A little bit of the run stop action. Does get the back throw too. There was a counter hit against Nauman.
All right, let's the forward roundhouse rock. immediately into the level 3 as soon as possible, and I respect that choice. He can have a huge drive gauge lead on top of that huge life lead and the corner position, ready to take advantage, and that's going to be baited. Yes, oh my word, he's reading Nauman like a book. He was ready to take advantage of the drive rush cancel on the parry read call out. He was there with the the drive rush stop into the bait on the level 1 as well.
Makes a lot of sense too. I would definitely say it was an educated guess, right? With considering what options Nauman had, being in burnout, being in the corner. I think if you roll the dice enough as a Kimberly player, you understand some of the motives towards how players are going to bust out, how often they're going to rely on trying to do level 1. And again, excellent call. He's made such strong.
Well, he made him crack earlier on, right? Because he baited out the ODDP in the first round, and I feel like, you know, when you think of Kimberly, because I'll be honest with you, I've been watching the last day and a half. I've seen so many Kimberlys and Akis. There's been so many of them, and when you're a player as experienced as Psycho is, because he's been playing for a very long time with his character, you'll have such a good read of that point of crack that you can impose on your opponent, where they've had enough of her smothering pressure and they have to break out. That breakout is coming, and you know, credit to him, he did it twice. It was a very, very dominating performance. We'll see if Nauman can change his approach to it.
Hopefully so, right? Because that was a very convincing start.
Nice spacing on that.
Psycho.
Good awareness from Nauman, knowing that heavy DP would reach. Psycho again clips him. The walking back, the perfect range.
Oh, such a sharp angle for that crouching heavy punch to hit. Granted, one of the stronger crouching normal anti-airs.
But he walked back so far, right? And it was just right to keep him in the corner.
I thought that would actually trade or something, right? I wonder if, like, Ken's jump fierce would have made a difference.
What, a slightly earlier one?
At that angle, right? Damn, son.
Nothing's making a difference right now for Nauman, and Psycho is about to put 4 up straight on a previous EVO Japan champion.
Damn, I forgot all about that, actually.
Yeah,
with Sakura, right?
Yeah.
A hot minute ago.
In the before times. Didn't get the full punish counter.
Totally fine, redeemed himself and got
bait again.
Another big bait.
Oh my word.
You gotta put him on live support.
Nauman doesn't know what's going on, which is crazy because there's a ton of high-level Kimberlys in Japan. They're in the World Warriors.
Facts.
Every month.
There's a huge difference when it's Psycho.
Yeah,
I mean, cliche,
I have to give credit to him because
what a way to
overhead,
snipe out
nothing,
the gap, son.
Nothing is happening there.
Jesus.
What a way to open this round 2. And Psycho, he didn't cruise through. He stomped his way into the next round of winner's bracket. Tremendous performance from him. And his reward for that is a matchup against either Kinsho or Thunder Delane.
I think that'd be all right. I definitely think that would be all right. But either way, man, it's so unexpected. I feel like it's coming in from Nauman. I feel like he's always been in somewhat of a character crisis. When you had mentioned going back to Ken,
I was surprised to see Ken back on the screen. So I think I was talking yesterday about, you know, all the Ken players. I just expect to see the Terry cap on all of them.
Maybe a little bit of a switch up to Ryu, perhaps. I mean, if anything, I think more.
Do you know what? I
more
feel
Ken
like
players are inclined to go either the Terry route or the Akuma route. Right?
So what I noticed was this. Yeah. The Ryu players are Sigats now. The Ken players are Terry players now. The Luke players are Akuma players now. But the Akuma players are now my players as well.
So I was there with you.
Yeah.
You had me like 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rest of that is true. Akuma players are my players now?
Most of them.
I'm going to need a stat sheet on that one.
Yeah, we can go through it. But you're okay with the first 3, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am definitely okay with
but
the first
Ken
3.
to Terry is like very...
That's like, I want to say, if I were to actually put a number on it, like 80%.
Yeah.
80% true. Yeah. I've seen some go to Akuma, but that's more international than it is in the States. But who knows, man? I think they're all making the right decisions, in my opinion.
Hey, I don't think... I don't want to like focus too much on character choices because obviously the play patterns and the decision making and the pressure and the reads that Psycho displayed there were the reason why it was such a dominant victory. But yeah, I don't feel like you are equipping yourself for success by putting Ken on the character select screen at this level of competition.
And on a sidebar to that, to kind of add on to your point, no matter what character he chose, and if he made those same types of decisions, he's going to get blown up for it regardless.
You could be
somebody with a
DP,
somebody with a level 1, same thing. So that's another thing to kind of add on to. I think the risk assessment from Psycho is, it needs to be studied. It needs to be studied genuinely. I don't know where he gets that type of instinct from. I mean, he has Punk as a training partner, but it goes pretty damn far, for sure. But I don't think that necessarily teaches you the full grasp of like how to assess certain situations because every player is different, right?
Yeah, I think that, you know, Punk's very good actually in terms of like smelling the blood and like being a shark. Like circling and diving in for the feed when it's there.
But can you teach that? To a certain degree, I guess you can, to like lay some of the foundation.
Yeah, like it's a feeling, right? So I think you can embed that feeling through like experience and explanation and what you're looking for. Like one of the things I loved watching Daigo and Mena was seeing how Mena over time extracts your knowledge from you. Yeah. He's great at doing that with like much slower means of tap weight. Like the tap weight style that you're seeing from a lot of players these days at high level, to extract that information, to see what you do in these situations, and to slowly start stretching out to see what I can get away with and what you know. Like what are you stopping immediately? And we saw a great example of that actually where Psycho was blocking right at the very end. There was the run, and then Nauman went for the overhead, very slow overhead. It's easy to react to it if you're aware that it's a possibility. And he was immediately in with the check, stopped him in his tracks.
Right, and it's crazy because we were talking about like you making that comparison between like Mena and Daigo in a very, very long set. There were like micro adjustments made between round to round, game to game, etc. But you only have some chances essentially.
That's why it's so hard in 2 out of 3 competition format. You are absolutely right. And
it's ridiculous about him too.
And that's why it was so impressive to just have such a read on what Nauman was going to be doing. He baited out that DP round 1, baited out 2 level 1s. There was no, but in the other side, he was ready to push the advantage, to steal frames, to know when he's been put off of taking these gambles.
Yeah, it's been kind of like a little bit of a theme going on too that I had noticed, kind of not straying away, but I feel like it's a little bit perpendicular towards, or parallel towards like the topic we're making here too. When we talk about like certain players from certain regions, obviously we have like a certain tier list, not a tier list, but like a little bit of a pedestal towards like players coming in from Japan, certain players coming from the US. I think that's factual. I think it's safe to say. It's wild to see how often, especially in like the block that I was doing 2 hours ago with Tyrant, to see some of the known like Japanese players sweat bullets against some of the players that haven't really had that chance to shine so often in like at a major event in like some of the open bracket tournaments, right? It's so cool to see it.
And ladies and gentlemen, what we've all been waiting for. We've been sitting here grinning for the last 20 minutes because we knew that this match was on deck. On the player 1 side, fighting out of Hollywood in his bedroom.
Hollywood in his bedroom, a.k.a.
He
Ohio.
moved it. Yeah, he moved it back. He took the
brought
Hollywood with him.
He took the whole side.
Exactly. It's in his backyard.
He never had 2 chains before. That's the Hollywood talking.
That's a lot. Is that only 2? It's dancing in the light. It is only 2. There's so much glistening going on. It looked like it could have been a Mr. T situation.
And his skincare is right nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Definitely be flossing up the skincare a little bit.
Crazy.
He got the waves. He brought back the waves. He decided, you know what? He's like, I love the long hair.
He grew the hair out, and now,
He's like, he's got to keep it back to the basics, man. He's like, he genuinely was like, yo, man, I know you would never relate.
Different beast.
But I miss the waves, bro.
But the same animal.
He looked at me dead in the eyes when he said that. Speaking of animals, we got the
against
bull.
the goats. Here we go.
The bull goat.
Goat.
The Rob TV's been putting in bad
what
work.
a start for Rob.
What a curse, dude.
An incredible.
I was like, he's been putting in mad work, and he missed the instant dive kick. Damn it. I'm sorry, bro. That was my bad. That was my bad, bro.
All right, Rob finds himself in the corner already. Walking up, trying to piece him up with that standing light punch, but he walks into a medium. Whoop. Nice.
I like opting for just like the damage or just the bust out. Because you know you're too far for that throw anyway. Trying to go for the spin second.
And it is so good at filling space with normals with Blanca. You saw him use the roundhouse earlier. He normally does that to stop you drive rushing in behind strings. He put the medium punch out as well.
Yeah. Also a good read on Rob TV's button selection so far. Just like that, right? How often, just look at that round again. How often has Mena RD beat him to the punch quite literally with crouching medium?
I mean, the thing with crouch medium punch or Blanca, it extends way further than it should do for a medium bust, right? So if you try and get into light range, it ain't happening. If you try and,
active too.
Oh, crazy. Again, you see him going for that roundhouse just to occupy the space.
little bit tough to even try to guess on that. Striker throw. Went back-to-back into it. Rob facing the corner yet again. Overhead! You got to be hella dead off of that. Just spend the rest of that bar.
Yeah, sight, level 3.
You already know it. Ben RD up to a pretty solid start, 2 rounds straight. But best believe Rob is going to have a good amount of time to kind of readjust. Talk to me. Oh, with the perfect? I see. Yeah, you know, we're going to need a little bit of a timeout. Rob TV, he knows how to assess things. He knows how to figure it out in between. I've watched his streams. I've watched how he goes throughout ranked. He's definitely on cut above in comparison to a lot of players in the U.S., in my opinion.
So what he needs to identify here is how Mena is stopping him encroaching into space after the initial stream. How can I space trap you? How can I react to your preemptive roundhouse? He's so good at using that crouch light as well, just to space you out, piece you up. All of Blanca's lights and mediums have obnoxious range.
Sure, it terrorized people all over Japan last year, by the way. You see how he's spacing out and timing a lot of these crouching medium punches. A lot of the crouching normally.
Nice spacing on that dive kick, though.
One in there, back-to-back throws.
Nice, what you got here, Rob. Nice, and the grounded as well. Robert Television, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Got a round in 4K. Beating up NRD in that exchange. There's a throw to start off, NRD. Watching on in there. I like the selection coming in from Rob. From the strings and catching him off guard a little bit. NRD touching level 2.
He got clipped by it, okay.
Word?
Horrible. Nice! Rob is there with the reactions. Again, situational awareness.
Getting another bar to work with. Walk-up throw after the whip roundhouse.
Yeah, see that quite frequently where people are not able to get a whiff punish, so they just walk in behind it and take the throw. And are sitting down. Oh, okay.
Damn, son.
All right.
Footsies.
3S, yeah? No anti-air that time, though. Yo, keep your strings tight.
It's stopped at the
excellent stuff. He's not going to get to the level 3.
Oh, where was it? Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair. In fear of air ball, that is a possibility. I just don't want him to miss the DP. I get it. I totally get it, for sure.
He was there. Ah, yeah. So he's seen now, obviously identified, and this is why Mena's so good. He identified that Rob is mashing that reversal in the drive rush string. Going into the back hop to bait it out.
Wow. A lot of juice coming in through. Gonna force that burnout inside of Rob TV. No, I thought so! Not gonna be the case. A lot of damage on deck. A raw level 3, getting mad drive gauge back.
Yeah, and that's halfway gone now. Oh no.
And he's got 0 bars, Logan.
Yeah, he needs to get the hell out of there. Get out. Oh my word, it works out from the air reset. And a throw.
Oh!
The crowd is hyping up. Oh, it was so close. Mena are the closest out with the slide, but what a competitive performance from Rob TV. And you can see that he is pissed off with himself because he knows he came very, very close. Very close to closing that out a number of times. Great performance from him. Situational awareness was on point. The adjustments were there.
100%.
Great stuff.
Woo!
He has been practicing.
He's been practicing a lot, Logan. He be streaming mad games for mad long.
It was cold.
As much as of a content creator as he is, and he's been putting the work on YouTube, don't get it wrong, but he puts in a lot of hours in this grind, man. The competitive edge has never really left him, in my opinion. It's just a matter of him kind of playing. It feels like he's playing catch up with the rest of the world right now because he took a little bit of a hiatus towards playing at the level he would want to play, or at least at the former pro level he used to be at, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, at that time, I think in Street Fighter 5, it's fair to say he was top 3 in the US East region.
I would agree with that. I think if you were to even expand it to the US, I think he's within like top 10 discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was insanely strong.
Absolutely. You know, that time in which he was like going back and forth in winners finals, grand finals of like an NLBC every week online. Yeah, great stuff. He's got it in him competitively. And boy, he showed it there. He deserves to be here. He held his own against arguably the best of us in the modern era of Street Fighter.
Yeah, I will never be able to talk to, like, I can't be able to really talk from his perspective, but the way I look at it right now is I think this is like the best test of your ability to face off against MinRD and play the way that you did right now. Right? Obviously, not the results you wanted, but it's going to be so much data for you going forward to be like, yo, I went pretty damn near toe-to-toe with one of the GOATs, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, if he just adds a few more spacing traps to his game. And
it's hard to, and I agree with you, but I'm going to interject just a little bit. Mena's timing is insane. How often did we get the spacing traps that could possibly lead to him stuffing out a couple of normals, get stuffed out by crouching jab at a different timing, crouching medium punch at a different timing? He did get caught with trying to do, I think, what, a crouching heavy punch that he got stuffed out from a spacing trap, I guess? I think, if I remember that correctly. But do you think that would work long-term against someone like MenRD? Because there are a lot of stops that he had.
I think so. I think so. It's really important to add it into the wheel of options because you know, someone like Mena, you saw it in real time as a beautiful illustration of how he works and how he quickly identifies things and deploys the solution to it. Twice he saw that Rob was ready with like a buffered invincible reversal after a drive rush cancel.
Yes,
right?
yes.
He immediately introduced the drive rush into the back hop to bait it out. And you see that being deployed as a guaranteed, tried and trusted solution to the options that you're presenting me at that time. When you start to see that someone like Mena is checking you after a 2-string, a 3-string with a crouching light punch or even a crouching medium punch, that's when you can introduce your own spacing traps because they've shown you what they're on. That's playing fighting games, right? I'm going to do this thing. Oh, you do a thing back. I already know what the thing back to you is. And that Street Fighter 6 is a beautiful example of that because it is literally a carousel of options. As long as you've got drive gauge, there's an answer to everything that you could possibly do, you know? But yeah, what a great match and what a fantastic performance from Rob. We're going to keep it moving though because this is not the Rob TV podcast. We are going to go into the next match. The Riddle Order are here in force, showing out Junior off the back of a big top 8 finish. He's going up against Nemesis Xian. That's who he's representing this season.
What did he place? Third? I thought he placed third or probably top 5. In top 5 of that, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be tripping. Either way, Xian giving him the business already.
Not taking any of that nonsense.
Couldn't tell you what that mishap was from the side of Xian, but you got Junior. Oh, SPD, you know it. That would have killed Xian, by the way, if it had connected.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate. DDT gets back into the corner. The light kick just flicked out, and again at that range, controlling the space, linking off the raw hit, drive rush cancel, and closing it down. Big drop though from Xian. He's going to feel bad about that. Already showing that he's got a good read on Junior's SPD timings. Nice reaction with that stand light kick again. Catching Xian on the way.
Damn, he's getting so much mileage out of these. Not even just within this matchup itself, but just in general. He's gotten so much better. That's basically sweeps.
Leap of the wheel.
SPD. Just a matter of time. Junior rocking back and forth a little bit, trying to get even more comfortable. Hard to make a read on cats like him, man.
That's another situation there, right? You had a couple of instances where Junior was like stealing things. It was the OD running bear grab, and then after that you had the drive rush cancel into the command grab for the round.
Right.
And I don't know if because Xian's playing Kim and she doesn't have like a natural invincible interrupt move that she can throw out outside of her supers, but he was able to get away with stealing those frames. Didn't have to really worry about DP coming out, something like that. Nice.
Similar start from the previous round, previous game, I should say.
In the meter, has to be careful. Don't get thrown back into the corner. Nice. Catches something from Junior, and that's the thing. You don't know whether it was a backdash or a jump out, but you got hit clean by that medium punch.
Good up the Xian for keeping it tight. Medium kick rings out, stuffs out the headbutt first. Back to the corner we go. What's the pressure going to look like? Can't stop. A parry is more
important. Medium kick is doing the Lord's work here for Xian.
Damn!
Great conversion.
Swinging away. Funny enough, Junior hasn't been taking a lot of damage from the drive gauge up until this point, though. Does find a little bit of a release temporarily out of the corner.
Even with level 3, I'm amazed that he teched that throw after the drive rush cancel. Like, mash the level 3 out, my guy. Yes, lovely. To the elbow.
As long as he doesn't drop it, should be good enough for game. It's pretty far in. Granted,
Yeah.
Zangief's at 11,000.
Close because of the health. Yeah, just got over the line. Love to see.
Yeah, turn him into a Banksy.
Uh-huh.
Turn him into a Banksy. Just right across, like.
I thought that's what you said, but I had to like double check that I wasn't hallucinating. Nice.
I feel like that line's been used before. My mistake. But either way, Xian cleaning it up right after round one. Very similar start, like round to round to round. He's just been so commanding against Junior in this corner. We've spent so much time on the west coast of that stage.
Yeah, hopefully Junior can get back to this central time zone.
This is always my favorite part of the dance, right? Opening gambit against.
Ooh! Okay, it didn't cost him too badly, but then he does get clipped again in the scramble, and now Xian finds himself in the corner, hoping that he can land a standing medium kick. That normally does so much. Damn.
What a way to gauge it out, too, after 2 lights.
Yeah, perfectly spaced. Yeah, Xian there with a couple of, like, ironically enough, desperation maneuver standing medium kicks. Like, he's just flicking it out, hoping that he connects so that he can cancel it into some kind of plus range.
Again!
Junior with that standing light kick has been so on point.
Oh. Just running into that fierce, too. But I feel like that was a little bit preemptive from the side of Junior. He's been making correct reads off of some of the armor.
Yeah, he's doing much better in the neutral now. He's been really good with the parries. I know he hasn't been hitting the perfect parries, but he's calling them out. The forward roundhouse. It was the air tatsu mix-up as well, I think, in the match before.
Right, yeah.
Looking very comfortable at the moment in this match.
Yeah, he hasn't really been starved for meter in terms of drive gauge thus far. It's only been out of like drive rush cancels to push himself out of the corner. Xian now being able to suit. Sorry.
And the light kick, and that is going to be all she wrote.
Jesus.
How good was Junior flicking that light kick out? You know, it doesn't outrange the main poke that Kimberly's got, but it felt like it was the dominant poke of that set. That stand light kick buffed into the drive rush cancel. He was able to get so much off of it. Whether, oh my word, okay. He's repping the order.
I love the personalities that have been coming out all weekend from the sponsored Japanese players lately. It's a huge difference from, actually, is it a huge difference from where we came from?
I feel like outside of like Margot,
yeah,
that was probably about it, right?
Yeah, I think so. That makes a lot of sense. I think it was
because
just
we're all
Margot,
like popping
really.
off for like Tokido saying something, anything,
Yeah.
like back in the day. Oh, he turned around and did the pose.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
His are like more subtle pop-offs.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
he does it, he's like been building meter event after event and picks and chooses when he does like the ultimate pop-off.
Yeah, he's sitting on that critical art pop-off. Yeah,
he'll be
absolutely.
doing that a lot,
absolutely.
right?
But yeah, you're right. Some of these guys that are coming through, like they're in their mid-20s, from a very different generation, culturally as well. It's great to see them enjoying this. You know, it's not a 9-to-5 grind in the office. It shouldn't be all pressure all the time. Like, I want to see more of that. And I guess, you know what, actually, it might be a good comparison. Another Geef player that we did always see, how he looked like he was having a great time every time we saw him play. He was full of expression. Itazan.
Oh, free.
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
He
In
was
every
always
instance of the
having a
game.
good time.
It's just he's in love with the character, man.
Yeah.
He loves putting people in so much turmoil every time he gets the turnstile on with the SPD. It just makes sense. And it's, that alone, executionally, is mad fun. I can't do it for a long period of time, but damn, does it feel good to play.
Yeah, but if you had like the Marble Madness stick, you'd be able to do it, right?
Possibly. Yeah, I would, maybe. I don't think I could possibly do it anymore,
Yeah.
but I'll try it. But going back into
You
it,
gotta
too,
look after your ligaments, bro.
that's why I don't want to do it anymore.
Little massage.
I'm trying my best.
I'll
Going
take
back
a
into
cough.
it, this feels actually really nice. Going back into it though, what's funny about like that instance that you pointed out between Junior and Xian, right? You're talking about the medium kicks really flailing out. It's so hard to even condition somebody to do that with such a slow walk speed from Zangief, right? Like, how do you even bait someone into doing that when you're not even well within range just yet? Like, forcing somebody to assume that you're going to walk within that space and get stuffed out with either your normal or like movement. He didn't even try to contest with like medium punch or anything. He didn't give any signals prior to that happening.
Yeah, we hardly saw any chops whatsoever. It was just all that. Also, the funny thing is in these short sets, single instances can really skew your perception of what you can and can't do, because we saw him encroach a little bit closer for that medium kick, and he actually threw it out into the armor of the Fierce. Do you remember?
That's
and
right.
he got stuffed.
Twice in that set.
So he did the medium kick drive rush cancel, but in the midst of the drive rush, the heavy came out and he got stopped. And it was like, it put the fear in him to get that close again. It was very, very interesting.
It's so tough too. Like, man, I don't even know if medium kick would have been anything beneficial towards Cien in his gameplay going forward from those instances, right? It's like, well, if he's ready for this, like, with armor, should I even continue using this normal?
Yeah, and when he started to try and use the run to the forward roundhouse, saw Junior was trying to parry as well. Like, so you could see that mentally he was there. He might not have successfully parried it, but he's going for the right response as well. So that, in your mind, also has to build up like, yeah, he knows what's going. The complete opposite of what we saw with Naumann.
Yeah. I have a scrubby question.
Go for it.
Do you think jump would have played a pretty good factor to kind of like change up the pace?
I think
he was playing mad grounded.
I think introducing jumps when it feels like you're being smothered on the ground is useful, just to see where your opponent's focus is at, right? If they block jump-ins, for example, you can see that they're hyper-focusing on the ground. Let's not hyper-focus on Junior versus Cien, though, because we have a big one here from Knuckle Do, again off the back of a great performance. Going up against
Dot versus Knuckle Do not going for the Mai this time around. I think he's going to be a lot more comfortable chucking out the booms against the big fella.
Yeah, we were looking for the Japanese Sagats. They were not really repping for the first few months of the character's existence, but now there's quite a few of them that have come out to play. Of course, Bulgaria was one of the first. Kushina was the name of the player.
Was it Kushina? I don't actually recall.
Top 8, they got top 8 Jamaica Land. There's a Valorant player.
Okay, I thought you meant like before.
Sick.
Okay.
No, I mean recently. Like now we're recently seeing more of these Japanese players picking up again. I think the character's super, super strong, especially for that playstyle. But right now, Knuckle Do sending Taro coast to coast.
That was mad far. Taro having a hard time trying to decipher what to do, I guess, against the projectile spam.
You are hitting that pronunciation.
Take that. Medium punch counter hit. All the damage incoming. Medium punch to start the party.
Stagger in the mediums. A third one whiff, though. Be careful with doing that.
Space for yourself. Knuckle Do is looking for an opportunity.
That is my favorite chain.
Sick as hell. That and the wall spot that he gets off of like a OD Sonic Blade or Sonic Cross. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, help me. Oh god, he held it forever.
No drive rush cancel it. He doesn't really do that, does he, dude?
I don't know. I can't confidently answer that, to be honest. Could have just been a one-off where he decided not to. Oh lord, he helped me. Hella damage from the bald fella. Level 2.
Yeah.
Let the raid play out. Hit him with the feet. Oh, he went for the okay. Yeah. Forward heavy punch. Ender. You get the juggle regardless, so I get it. I get it.
Does that do more damage than just the raw?
I wasn't looking at how much drive gauge he had left, but technically yes, it would. If he had to continue the combo, yes, he would.
And I guess you could some more super meter. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Woo! That was cool. Taking advantage of the parry state, being able to operate with that OD uppercut pass. Whatever it is, Knuckle Do tried to attempt. Oos! Setting the cross. Now we got the booms coming in. Force the burnout, right?
Taro's perfect parries, by the way, on these booms at this range. And being able to do that perfectly at that space, and when the drive rush is coming behind it, has been very impressive. None of that matters though, because he is burned. Got wall splayed. I just wanted to call that out because it's very difficult to do when the drive rush is represented behind the boom and that screen freeze. Can really play with your time.
Nice plus.
Big whiffs.
Gotta check the walk back as well. Knuckle Do not gonna buy it. Sending a couple of mixed signals too. Watching heavy. He reaches us the anti-air. Yeah, you were talking about the perfect parries. Joseph Fedora has been... Okay, he's got one out of that sequence so far. What a link, son. Beautiful.
And now here's the thing. I think he's hyper-focusing on it. Yeah. Let's see what Knuckle Do can get away with behind this.
Woo! That is so godlike. That is actually so godlike. He needs it. He's only got 3 special moves now.
If I see dude jump in on him, then I know he's way too focused on these perfect scores.
Got him locked down in the corner, creating some space for himself in case he wants to jump. The blade backing him up as well. Uh-oh! Not gonna feel much off of that. Knuckle Do, he was well charged for that.
Nice. Do at no point really overextending.
Counter hit!
Nice counter hit, Ling. And sends him back to the corner to start that obstacle course again.
He's just gonna walk away from it. One interruption. You do have a gap. Force the burnout. Force the drive reversal. Okay. Oh, that was a counter hit. Make it a little bit bigger. What was that? He might have anticipated maybe a fireball, right? That's like the only instance you would think a super would be coming out from Jojo Taro, but Knuckle Do!
Yeah, Knuckle Do did such a really, really good job of identifying at what ranges Jojo Taro was hyper-fixating on trying to counter his boom game. That's a great way to end the set as well, like just completely absorbed by trying to handle Knuckle Do at that range, throwing out the super on a hope, because he didn't really deal with it in any other way. There was nothing that was particularly successful from him in terms of dealing with him in that space. And you saw him try and jump at him, but Knuckle Do did a fantastic job of not overcommitting, not becoming predictable, not giving up his charge for no reason. Also, you saw him back off a number of times when there were maybe openings that he could have tried to challenge, could have gone for a whiff punish. He was happy to just back off and maintain that distance. That was his win condition for that set, right?
He never hovered around the ranges where he can get counterpoked or even get like Tiger Kneed on, because that's something that a lot of the Sagat players try to throw into the wind against projectile characters to go over it, but he was just well outside of that range more often than not. And again, to kind of add on to your point, being able to kind of make that assessment is like, you know what, I'm not going to be in a rush, I'm going to be big chilling.
Yeah.
That's hard to implement at high level.
Yeah, I think that once Do managed to get that level of comfort and confidence at that spacing, that was his win condition. He was winning there, and Jojo Taro wasn't really able to show in anything that was putting him under any kind of stress, no duress, no concern. So yeah, we'll go back to this and play again, because I'm winning from here. It's up to you to change the dynamic of this matchup now.
That's his strength.
And he just wasn't able.
He's been doing that for almost a decade plus now, right? He's totally content with doing something like that. But it's up to Jojo Taro now to kind of figure out what needs to be done in that matchup. It just looks. I've had the luxury of playing that matchup like a handful of times. I feel like Sagat can kind of manage, but it's just so difficult to consistently chase down the Guile player, in my opinion. Get him in the corner, sure, you get the party started with standing medium punch, the world's your oyster, but either way, like past that neutral phase of trying to like play cat and mouse, it does get really annoying.
What spacing can you kind of stand that makes the Sonic boom game risky for him?
So outside of standing medium kick range, if they decide to throw a boom, you're already buffering like Tiger Knee. Medium Tiger Knee can go above that. That's the only consistent thing that I've
That's reactable, right? Is what you're saying.
It's not like reactable, but it's enough for you to close the gap and him not be able to retort anything after the boom. Which is something that Sagat I think Sagat players would want that, right? That's already a W in their book, to close the gap that way. I'd rather go toe-to-toe with Guile than have to chase down a boom. Free. It might not lead to everything that you want to. No, open it up, but you're closing the gap.
Yeah, absolutely. If it changes the spacing and puts Guile at an uncomfortable position on the screen, absolutely, definitely. Shout out to Do, though. He's on a good run of form at the moment. Let's keep it moving, though. Crossover.
Word. Okay. I didn't even know he was here, to be honest with you. I've heard of the name Doc Morales before.
Doc Morales, by the way, just beat Gachikun 2-1.
Word?
Yeah.
I've seen this name a ton, but I haven't been able to really get the info on him. But taking down Gachikun 2-1, pretty damn big deal. I like the fact that crossover is now going to the Sagat. Finally dropping the Ken. This matchup is kind of funky, I feel like.
What kind of options can you show here as Sagat?
It's kind of difficult considering the range that Dolphin does get to play at. Tiger needs to get a lot of mileage out of that as well. I think any sort of whiff punch that Sagat does kind of get with crouching medium punch is going to be like a big opener. But I don't think he's going to be like too off from even trying to, like, this is a different type of projectile that he has to chase off against, right? I think his Tiger Shots could be a little bit more of a nuisance in this matchup. Granted, Dawson can float, reset the timing, etc., or even kind of teleport if he calls it out correctly.
Comes down, just completely clatters him off of that. Comes to super gauge.
But it's just a matter of closing the gap first.
Which he's not been able to do consistently in any way at any point in this first round.
Dawson players are evolving, man.
All right, we're at the corner now, so let's see.
Not quite yet. He went back-to-back for it. Totally understandable. Crossover, didn't have enough life. Good awareness there from Doc Morales as well. He's been playing so slow and annoying against crossover within certain ranges. He's willing to hold that. Ooh, finding the little bit of a gap for back medium kick.
Yeah, that was the timing was weird on that, right? It was very late.
Ooh.
Nice. Yes, there we go. What a conversion from that distance. Sensational.
Tick throw off the crossing light. I thought that would push him a little bit further out. It's always deceptive. I like that again. First miss recto mix off the drive rush. Ooh!
Is that drive rush low forward into immediate throw? Is that real? Like, are you actually close enough for the throws? Or am I...
+4 after that.
Is there a little walk behind there, or?
No.
Okay, nice. There, that's sick. Very real.
Let me double check that. If it's +4, it's +5.
All right, trying to OD this time. High Tiger Shots. Positive vibes only. The DP does work. Tiger uppercut out of the skies and crossover, holding him down in the corner.
Positive vibes only, huh?
There you go. Drive rush.
Oh, Lordy!
He's representing that drive rush crouch medium kick so many times. That slow ass overhead comes out.
I am blocking that.
He said, I'm not interested in your hipster beanie and your round rim spectacles, sir.
I don't even know how the beanie stays intact, bro. Like, he's bald. And it's not even like fuzzy ball.
Yeah, what's it gripping on?
I don't know. Especially when you get sent to orbit after an uppercut. It's +2 by now.
The beanie has to come floating down afterwards, right?
Possibly.
You know, like a feather in a
That makes
cartoon.
sense. That makes sense. I was thinking about a different normal. It was
It's +2 after drive rush, yeah?
Drive rush because medium kick is +2.
Yeah. So if he is actually at point blank, that's real. The throw's real. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God!
You reach. All right. Yeah. This looked one way at the start, and since that first round,
It's been a whole different story. That is
it's been a distant memory.
See crossover just navigating quite well. I mean, he does have the knowledge, right? He does face off against Louisman a good amount of times in this matchup.
Absolutely, yeah. Very good point.
See,
That's the thing that's difficult, right? It's taking that time to adapt to what kind of Dhalsim you're playing, because they're all slightly different, and it makes a significant difference because you have to exploit Dhalsim players' patterns.
too far!
Ah, that's unfortunate. Also, biding his time. He's looking for a big opening.
A single touch. That's fine. That's totally fine. Going for the drive impact in that part of the game. Crossover not having enough life left. Really smart with that too. Good awareness.
Nice pickup underneath the five. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's about to give us a Street Fighter 4.
Double forward roundhouse into Ultra One. Used to be like, what, 70%?
I don't miss that. I like that. He was trying so hard not to telegraph that teleport. The crossover was not gonna flinch at all for him.
Danger, danger.
Oh, no! What a call. Drive rush delayed, high step kick.
And as you said, you know, he has these reps into a very, very competent sim, showing it there with the muscle memory, the situational awareness, those pickups, those juggles, sniping him out of the skies. Got big damage. Sensational stuff.
Comes with pretty big reads too. I mean, it's hard to tell like when Doc Morales, or any Dawson player for that matter, decides to kind of like jump into the air.
But that kind of goes back to what we were saying about how it's really difficult to, in such a short set, identify what that specific Dhalsim player's patterns and tendencies are, because that is how you exploit Dhalsim's toolset, right? Everything he does has inherent risk. It might feel like he's doing everything a million miles away from you and you can't touch him, but as you saw, if you make the correct hard read, boy, can you touch him.
He's one of the highest damage dealers in the game, right? He still is, right? Am I tripping off of that, or is that true? Because I feel like that definitely is true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's still like in the upper echelon of damage dealers in this roster, right? Ooh. Makes you curious about what Ingrid's going to be like. Which...
Why did you have to mention that?
She looks cool, man. That tool set looks ridiculous.
Yeah, for Marvel 3.
Yeah. Why did you make it sound like... No, that's not a bad thing at all.
Terrified.
my hands can't keep up, man. Playing against her, playing as her, I don't care. I want to do like both ends. I just want to play this character.
Yeah.
Looks sick.
They're just here to make everyone else miserable.
Pretty much look pedestrian, yeah. She is like an extraterrestrial being in the lore.
Yeah.
I never like even thought about them even reintroducing this character, because like
well,
what she was
if you
only
remember, she used to win like every Japanese online vote. You know, they used to do the character votes in 5.
Yeah.
She would win all of them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she used to come
I did
top
not know that.
in those like.
I didn't even know she
which
was
character
involved in
do you
those
want to
polls.
see in the? Yeah, because it was completely open to the public. So I think they could like write in, and then once Ingrid started placing. All the way
I
up to
know,
the
like
top.
Makoto was definitely
Yeah.
like a fan favorite. Dudley was asked for a good amount of times as well. Dudley's sick too.
One day we'll get Dudders.
I think it'd be cool in this engine. Possibly. Him versus Ed?
Super
That'd be
hype.
cool. But
I'm here for Dudley.
Low key, I still think Balrog needs to be in this game, just because of the fact that you get like the reintroduction of like the lore between Ed and Balrog as it's like progressed from 5 into this version of the game. Kind of sick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for Boxer and Claw to be both backwards, and I think they're both. I think they've done such good jobs in going from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5 of evolving Vega, Balrog, Claw, whatever you want to call them, and that tool set and the options that character has access to. I would be really excited to see Claw in 6 as well.
Yeah, I don't even know like how, like what kind of ideas you could give a designer towards like reinventing a character like Vega. Balrog, I could have like a pretty good idea. There's like a lot of boxing references that you could make conclusions to, but Vega, no idea.
But that's why I'm like so excited, because Vega from 4 to 5 was cool as hell.
Huge difference, by the way.
Yeah.
5 was sick.
Yeah.
But
So there's so much to work off of already, and like what they did do with the character was very exciting for me.
yeah.
Anything that can make me not have to talk about Ingrid more, I'm down for it. So
Sidebar,
just really trying to avoid thinking about that
realistically,
character until I absolutely have to.
this is all just like hypotheticals, but realistically, you have to choose one or the other for Dudley or Balrog. Like, if you were to include them in 6,
Yeah.
who would you actually pick?
That's a stupid question. I love Dudley
I like
so
Balrog.
much.
I like Balrog a lot.
I love Dudley so much.
Dudley is cool as hell,
Yeah.
but I definitely have an affinity towards Balrog.
Balrog would make more sense, obviously, like with the movie coming up in theaters.
October 16th.
Looking forward to it.
We got a Red Bull for that one. But no, I mean like all the chatter that has been going on in regards to like everybody getting ready for like new characters. There's gonna be a lot of excitement coming up. I'm very, very curious to see like when the next announcement is for the next set of characters coming in from next season.
Shigematsu is aura farming on stream right now.
And the other side, Goichi, he's happy to be here. Multi-game specialist, still one of the GOATs. Oh, the cosplay contest is happening real soon as well.
Yeah, on stream right now.
Right on. Shigematsu versus Goichi-chan versus Blanca-chan.
So that means that Goichi definitely made it past K-Bird.
Probably. I gotta see him later.
Shigematsu beat not Pedro.
Word.
All right. Shigematsu is here. What's the, is it Tagapi, the other Japanese Blanca player?
No, that's Takapi is Take Piano. That's a JV player. It's Takagi.
Takagi, that's it, Takagi. Yeah, they're here as well. I saw them playing.
Yeah, he was swimming through the pools. Quite literally, he was doing like the emote, one of the emotes from whatever game it was. That kid was mad young, by the way. Anyways, a lot of control coming in from Goichi.
Yeah, Goichi showing that traditional passive, reactive.
Word.
Drive rush is in from half screen.
That was your fault, man.
It was my fault.
Oh, the air ball! What a call, man. Drive rush, pumping the brakes. Getting Shigematsu to bite.
Yeah, good acknowledgement of how active Shigematsu is, and then the prediction that there would be a reversal there, just off the back of how active, how overactive he was. Goichi, so good at just slowing the pace down.
That was the first time we actually see anybody in the corner. It'll be in benefit of Shigematsu.
Oh, then plus frames. Oh dear, this is going to hurt so much.
Another little fella?
Use the whole thing, okay.
Uh-oh! Hell of damage.
That just made the PS5 scream in pain as there was so much going on the screen at once.
Number one? No. Be big chillin'.
Yeah, Goichi looking for something. Some delayed throw tech there, doesn't come.
Excellent, perfect parry. Enough for the tank to go through with a full combo with the rest of your drive gauge. Survey says, absolutely. Shigematsu, tying it up. Nice work. Goichi taking a big risk. Oh, that level 2 is out.
No check for you, Shigematsu gets counter hit, but a drive rush low forward. Counter hit again as the throw scoops. Something. No bite though.
Excellent call. Patience paid off. Catches the low forward. Back to level 2 yet
You're
again.
going. Don't try and walk back on me.
Tried it.
Yo, safe jump. Lovely.
Oh, a little bit awkward for Shigematsu.
Those two level 2s where he just went back, that's fine. That's a great situation for Goichi. Still in a life lead now. Burns himself out. I'm not sure about that call.
Ooh.
I'm sure about that one. The patented hit confirm.
Back to back.
It's a hard hit confirm, you know. I feel like it's a 15-frame window. It's a difficult one.
You think it was buffered? There was a counter hit on the table.
Oh, because he does it. Like I've seen him. He did it at DreamHack Birmingham as well. Like he consistently hits that. Not at bufferable ranges as well. He hits it. And I've seen him not do it on block, so I know it's a hit confirm.
I mean, it's Goichi up there, bro. He's had so much practice confirming across all types of fighting games. Anime fighters are not easy when it comes to getting these confirms. You know what the window was?
Oh.
I got you for the rest of it. Back-to-back overheads, already harassing Shigematsu into the corner. And as I say that, Lankachan finds their opening. What happens now, Goichi? Not allowed to throw a fireball within this distance. The threat of slide is going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, 15 frames. God bless my autistic brain.
Ooh! That was a punish counter as well.
Yeah.
What do you do about this, though? Oh, my! That was preemptive, no?
Yeah.
Slide range!
Yeah, that was risky, right?
As long as within, like, this area of the drive gauge where they're standing, you're still going to be able to slide. Goichi's going to be hammering down, trying to regain some of his drive gauge as much as he can, too. A little bit of a switch off, too, in terms of how much drive gauge is left between both. Level 2 still on deck for Goichi. Dude,
oh my word!
Okay, talk to me real quick. How the hell does Goichi keep getting away with the fireballs?
So,
his timing has caught Shigematsu pressing a button numerous times, 3 times over within that round. We'll talk about that later. Level 2 activation coming on in. How the hell does he do it?
yeah, fast forward. Nothing after that, though. Backs off, and Goichi will take that. Doesn't get a huge amount off the level 2. All right, we're going to the corner.
Oh!
That parry gets flung down. And another tap parry. Oh, yeah, that button is working.
He's fishing.
Wow, Shady Street Fighter 5. Dash up light. Gets counter hit.
Soldering the lights.
I like that. The little interruption into the OD, into the level 2 cancel. Give me a glimpse of light. And turn the electricity on.
Staving off another round. Expensive, but albeit super, super worth it.
1 set point saved, but yeah, as you said, going into this final round with no super meter.
God, I love that anti-air
Which
conversion.
is fully stocked.
Reminds me of Valmaster all the time.
Nice. And that was just a preemptive poke that happened to work out.
Ay.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
He has to commit, right, because Chung gets thrown into there on Chunky Boys. Woo! Oh. Yeah, retreats to the safety behind the plushie. Imagine needs to get something started, but he has to respect.
Jump high.
Okay.
But he's in burnout.
Gonna get level 2. No.
Word.
Here we go!
Again? Level 2 time?
Oh, he tried so hard, but in the end it never even mattered.
So,
The OD Tencho kicks, I was surprised that they reached that far horizontally. And you can see, look, he's rocking back in his chair. He made the right read. The spacing was just off.
can you, I was thinking to myself, can you do forward dash into like the
hop
command
through?
hop through?
Yeah, I think so.
That would have
Oh, drive rush or normal forward dash?
No, he did a forward dash first.
No.
And then he tried to do a back dash. Which
Yeah, if you can do the back dash, you can do the hop through.
interesting. I didn't get to see like the first couple of seconds of animation on Blanca. It looked like it was the command hop backwards. Not backwards, but it was a back dash.
Yeah, it was it wasn't the...
Damn. I wondered if there was an
Only
opportunity.
had
there.
action replay.
That would be kind of sick.
Yeah, frame by frame analysis. One day we'll be...
One day we'll get there.
Let's get
You
the-
think so?
let's get the budget
Quite
in.
hopeful.
Accepting sponsors.
That thing, dude. Sidebar. Replay operator jobs are hard.
Hard.
The equipment itself, mad expensive for one.
Production in general at this is mad difficult. Like, shout out to the team back there, sitting in the darkness all day. My Blue Coast guys,
You guys are cool in
God
my
bless
book.
you. Hard work.
Grinders, man. All across the globe. Genuinely.
Well, hopefully we can get some more money in, so we can have even more cool stuff to do on stream.
I mean, we're kind of getting there, right?
Yeah, let's give some thanks to the people that are already supporting us here. And of course, at Capcom 12 this past March, we witnessed excitement reach its ultimate peak at the Ryogoku Kokukan. The dedication of the players refining their game styles to the utmost limit perfectly aligns with Suzuki's spirit of craftsmanship, manufacturing the motorcycle by the relentless pleasure of riding the bikes. And they've decided to strengthen the partnership with Capcom to further amplify their connection with this great community, here, and aim for the next level together. Capcom Esports announcing 2026 season official partner and Capcom Cup 13 top partner, Suzuki. Please put that Jury motorcycle into general production. It is a thing of beauty. I won't buy one. My missus will never let me ride a motorcycle.
If I have enough money, there'll definitely be signs. You'll see that sitting
Yeah.
right in the middle of my living room. Maybe if I can
Never
win
touch
it.
the tarmac,
No,
but
not
it
ever.
looks beautiful. Speaking
Not
of
ever.
beautiful, Santo Domingo in the DR is one of the most beautiful locations I've ever had the pleasure of visiting for an event. And to be honest with you, visiting anywhere in general. Blink Respawn returns on June 5th to 7th on the Capcom Pro Tour once again as an official offline premiere. And of course, Jeremy, you will be returning as part of the esteemed broadcast lineup.
That is correct. Alongside
I'm not
Rob
hating
TV,
at all. There's no jealousy from me.
Tasty Steve and Yipes will
I'm so
also
happy
be
for all four of
in
you.
attendance. You'll be with us in spirit. How
Yes,
about that?
in
Is
spirit.
that enough?
No.
I don't think it is.
I'll be
We
in
gotta
the
get you in
suitcase, hiding.
I mean, come through, man.
Yeah.
At least, hopefully we get to see you in Evo Vegas. I hope that would be a thing because you've been doing a lot of work with the Nintendo group as well. But again, coming into Evo Las Vegas, everybody needs to be here for this one happening June 26th through the 28th. I want to remind you guys, those that are our competitors, your late registration ends May 25th. I repeat, May 25th is your cutoff time to participate in the legendary event, Evo
Is that-
Las Vegas, June 26th through the 28th.
Is that the morning of May 25th? Is that in the afternoon of May 25th? Is that 11:59 at night on May 25th? Guess what? It doesn't matter. Sign up before then. Do not wait, because let me tell you now, there will be no emails that you can send to the organizers begging to be added in after that cutoff date. Do not delay the biggest event.
T-minus
of
a
the
day
year.
and a half, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Back into the Capcom Pro Tour. Very excited to announce this
Struth!
one.
Crikey!
Battle Arena Melbourne. Happening in Melbourne, Australia. As Logan so eloquently screeched out. July 10th through the 12th. The registration
You're flaming
is
galah?
currently going on. Actually, it's going to be happening. The early registration is going to be ending May 30th.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune in. Be sure to
What
sign
about
up.
registration prime?
I don't even know what Registration Prime even means, but I'll tell you what, man, the late registration.
Superman
June
Prime was pretty cool.
28th.
So
Was it?
registration Prime's got to be good. Yeah.
I mean, you got me beat on that one.
man.
I'm no Tasty Steve. I would never know. But I'll tell you what, again, mark your calendars. June 28th. You don't want to miss it. Melbourne seems like a really, really cool vibe.
Yeah, shout out to the Battle of Marina Melbourne crew. Great to have them back
Ridiculous.
representing part of the Pro Tour. And as you said, at the start of
Shenkan,
this
I
block,
see you, by the way.
at the start of this block, you were speaking about how great it is to be representing all these different regions once again. And, you know, the offline events, they're spreading, the influence is there. We are getting to connect with beautiful communities. I'll go back to Blink Respawn, what an incredible in-person experience that is, having been blessed to be part of one of those broadcasts and that in-person top 8 arena atmosphere. The atmosphere here at Combo Breaker has been sensational so far, and it's only going to get more hype and more exciting. We are moving through these round 2 stacked pools. There's what, like, there's 8 of these? We've done 2
That is correct.
so far?
Yeah.
Incredible
We've done like
stuff.
the first half of J. We're going to get into the second half as well. A lot to go through getting ready for our top 8 happening tomorrow. But again, you guys cannot afford to miss all the action because
No, sir.
it's going to be godlike going forward. We'll see you on the end of this break. When we return, we got more of the pools here at Combo Breaker 2026 with
See you then.
Street Fighter 6. See you soon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Years ago, Mother returned home carrying a crystallized egg. Inside that egg were 2 living Rathalos. I remember how happy I was when I heard 2 newborn cries, so small yet so full of life. Now it is time I eschewed my royal duties and tried to push any thoughts of my mother from my mind. All of that has brought me here. My mother, Simon, and even Ratha. I know nothing about them. I can't stand it anymore.
We've borne witness to the Rathalos' return from extinction. And with it, the sort of omen we can ill afford to ignore.
I've learned of all the lives lost in the Rift War.
Then perhaps he's told you that the war 200 years ago was the source of all these feral monsters.
They're coming! The Vermilions betrayed us! It's the hell they faced 200 years ago all over again.
And to sky-scale Rathalos, no less. What did we do to deserve this?
Oh, Eleanor. I'd heard Azuria had made a hostage of you, but I never imagined they'd take your spirit as well.
War will only harm our people and further endanger our kingdom! You know that as well as I do, Clarissa!
This isn't Ranger business. One wrong move, and it could all blow up into a diplomatic incident.
I've been prepared for this my whole life, Captain! I swear I'll win! So just watch me!
Okay, let's get going. Counting on you for backup, Captain.
We'll take that beast down this time, right, lad?
This is you we're talking about. I just know you're gonna offer to help with my other work.
There must be a path forward, without bloodshed. Don't you think so?
We've all got your back, so stand tall. We know you can do this.
2 centuries ago, our ancestors committed a grave sin. We have to accept these transgressions. And as riders, it's our responsibility to right these wrongs.
Come on!
Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2026, and we are kicking off this round 2. It's been a hectic day and a half of action in what is the biggest Street Fighter 6 bracket scene outside of an EVO event. Thus far, just shy of 1,500 competitors have signed up and turned up here to the Renaissance in Schaumburg to compete for not only a guaranteed spot at the Capcom Cup, but also qualification for the Esports World Cup, but also ranking points for the Esports Nations Cup as well to represent your country. And of course, we have the Pro Tour points as well awarded to placing players. That is why we have hundreds upon hundreds of top international competitors here representing, and that really reflects, if you look online at the start, GG, myself and Vicious have been going through the bracket. It's 2 out of these 8 pools, and there's untold greats that we've already seen in this pool. Multiple EVO champs, Capcom Cup champs, that are currently drowning in losers bracket.
That's wild, by the way.
Gachikun wading through the depths.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because we were literally going through the bracket during the break, and there have been quite a number of surprises of people that have drowned that you did not get to see.
Yep.
But that's the magic of Start GG, being able to look it through yourself. But just to name a few, we actually had a little bit of a talk. Ending Walker sending Nephew down to losers is one of them.
Nephew has such a great record as well in general against like European competition. I was talking about that on Twitter a couple of days ago. Him and Jewel Kevin traveled for like the first few seasons of Street Fighter 6, and they were ever present. I feel like they both had really, really good records against generally the field in Europe. So a big result for Ending Walker. Still looking for, I think, a big breakout win this year.
Yeah, okay. He has to face off against Crossover RD.
Crossover, who had another great result. We saw him come back against Doc Morales.
Yes, and then one of the other ones that
that's a big result, right?
Kincho fell short to Psycho 1-2.
Psycho cannot do any wrong so far. An incredible opening match against Nauman where he cleaned his clock.
And then Shen actually, Jen had to go through Ramsey, one of the big favorites here in the Midwest. Had to face off against Campaign. Campaign actually took down Riddles 2-1. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of surprising results here. That's down. That's all in the winner's side. Let me pull up the other pool from this J Wave.
A little bit too far out, but
there we go.
Through it.
Knuckle-Doo, we saw him cruising past Jojo Taro with incredible performance. Shigematsu falling to Goichi. We saw that on stream. Mena RD has defeated Nemo 2-0. Junior, who we saw earlier on, has defeated DCQ. That's a big result, right?
2-0. That is wild. But we did have a little bit of eliminations. But damn, hold on. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Junior versus Men RD.
Sad news, Rob TV has been eliminated by Tachikawa.
Oh, man.
Going down 2-0.
Wonder who he was playing at that time for Tachikawa. I actually haven't been able to keep up. He's been doing a lot of coaching lately, but he's still maintaining his modern status. Either way, gearing up for this one. Bison versus the Zangief pick from Junior. Okay. Not the first time we've actually seen this matchup happen. NRD has opted to go for Bison a couple of times against other Zangief players. That was like very few and far between, if I'm being honest with you. I'll walk back a little bit.
Bison an interesting pick against Junior because we just watched Junior like abusing stand light kick driverish cancel into mix. Bison not having a real reversal means he has to hold that mix, right? Lovely little walk back and then the punish counter crouch strong there from Mena RD. Beautiful control of the neutral spacing.
It's funny you talked about the mix, right? I feel like Bison players, as soon as they get their combos off to get into the bomb, that is even like more of a threat, in my opinion, against players that or characters that don't have a proper reversal. But even before then, hold on. Time him down real quick. The dash up still? SPD. This range right here, Bison is totally comfortable with playing that range out. In comparison to what we saw between Junior Kimberly, right? Totally fine with that. Not gonna be enough.
Now he's going out though.
Oh!
The SF2 jump back. I love that.
Who taught him how to do a dragon kick? No, really.
There we go. I was talking about the lack of reversals. He does, of course, have that one. Ooh!
That's always going to creep up on somebody. The scissor kick, backing away yet again. Menardi tried to jump out.
Yeah, and then again, he got headbutted afterwards.
Yeah, so the last time we had saw that Junior actually got the SPD, you're starting to see him change it up a little bit, making the proper reads against Menardi defensively. Liking that change up little by little. Menardi throwing out caution in the wind with that sweep from max distance. No punish. Interesting. Mistimed his opportunity. It pays a lot for it.
Waiting. Oh, and he's still going to jump back again. He said, you're not going to do it twice. He was right.
Oos. It was against Sien.
Oh,
lordy. Excellent tool for getting out of the corner. Word. What a time to use that crouching light.
Yeah.
Hell attack. Sit him back down. Fear for the 3.
Interesting using a level 3 now. He's actually without any reversal options. It's not going to kill. What a gamble.
Junior only needs one.
Walking in for that throw was crazy confidence. Because, Bournemouth, you block a standing light kick. Oh!
Lordy. Oh, you're hella dead. That is CA. Menardi looked at him.
And that's what I'm saying to you about that level 3 usage.
Would it have stopped Junior from catching a stray off of a medium punch though?
No, but encroaching within that space, and it changes the dynamic of how Mena has to approach getting that last hit for the kill as well. It's intrinsically higher risk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's really, if he just does fiercely level 2 at the end of that combo instead, it doesn't do much less damage. Nice.
Hella damage, and you get to reapply the bomb. Oh my god.
All right, diffused. Almost the big whiff punish there. Swanging the big overhand rights. Mena just backing the hell up.
Need a couple of steps in.
Yeah, Junior, it looks like, yes, it looks like Junior's happy to rather not try and bait out a scissors, he still just wants to encroach in that space. He's not looking to be too flashy with it, but again, Mena manages to get the hit into the bomb.
Woo! Like.
Set play.
OD stomp for plus frames, immediately taking to this guy's hit again. Junior gonna make the right assessment on defense.
Trying to bait out a check. All right. Yeah, jumping back. I think that's a safe angle. Never going to get chased down there.
Trying to grind it out. Menardi force the error.
On point. Mena, of course.
Ooh, the bait.
Oh, he saved himself there.
Trying to find a buffer behind it. Some medium punch, just trying to occupy that space against Junior.
How's Junior going to navigate this distance? What an interrupt. The hard read. Level 3 is going to get the kill. Called out Riddle, stealing frames. Big gap. The Crouch Strong came out. Was the opening he needed.
And it's not enough, I feel like, to throw that out against someone like Menardi with the life lead. He's willing to gamble and throw up and sniff out some of these gaps with these normals, right?
Yeah, I mean, intrinsically, Street Fighter 6, you have to take gambles, you have to steal some frames somewhere. Not everything can be true and tight all the time.
Of course. Junior has to, like, figure out whether or not Menardi is actually going to be reluctant to do so, reluctant to even, like, press the normal and play the life lead game. If he's already feeling himself, best believe he's going to contest every gap. Oh, the funny thing is, I don't know if that applies.
Oh my word!
Damn, son. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's how he's going to try and do the lariat. He just waited and punished the grounded frames. Nice from Junior. There we go. Oh, and the reset. Okay, nice.
Oos. So your side switch frame kill.
Is that what it was?
It definitely was. I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. Oos. Attack. Come on in. A little dicey. I don't think this kills because of the amount of life Zengus has.
Let's find out together.
Word. Check damage is though gonna be a hell of a problem. I don't know how to interact with level 1. Jesus!
Yeah, I think because the anti-air super picked that up. Alright, here we go.
Does that work?
I don't know. Spine busting.
I always get that confused with sidewalk slam, but sidewalk slam is kind of just like it turns a different.
Turn around, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Then it's like,
Patience from both two. Min RD is trying to size up Junior within this space, right? Damn! What?
Clean.
Lord. Sweep. Bust out of the corner, you sure do. Make a pay for it, level 3. Junior needs to capitalize on this, though. He's going to be set apart after this level 3. Pretty far away. I need to close out the rest of this round. He's going to walk it out first.
Can he walk Mena back to the corner? Oh! We're throwing out the gimmicks. Ladies and gentlemen. Finds himself in the corner. Brave take. Junior wants to know. Oh! I've not seen Mena like walk behind. Normally he was just encroaching in the space and flinging out a button, throwing out a special. He very, very, very rarely walked into that space. And I was like, why is he not using that light kick at all? He really dissuaded him from that interaction. How that set finished, Mena did an incredible job of dissuading Junior from even thinking about that interaction for 98% of that set. Because he was walking in and out with a crouch strong. He was throwing out, what was it, like drive rush scissors to dissuade him from trying to check. He was throwing out medium kicks as well. He'd get at max range and throw out that slow-ass heavy punch.
Maybe that's why, because he's thrown out all those tools already. He thought, Junior wouldn't.
And I can walk in here.
Right?
Interesting. It's funny how certain habits, because that was so intrinsically part of Junior's game. Both times we've seen him on stream, that standing like your drive rush cancel.
Yes.
It must be so ingrained into his play style that you can't really condition him out of it. It's still there as like a go-to, like subconscious flinch response.
Yeah.
Of, oh, you're near me, that little leg, it's coming out. Back, back.
It goes back to like thinking about like how you have to adapt towards like players' mentalities towards like certain situations as well. Like you can do all the conditioning in the world, but some people are just like stubborn enough to do
That's
the
how
things
I play.
that you least expect, right?
Yeah, Daigo's gonna wake up DP and walk at you. Like those two things are guaranteed, like taxes and death.
Sucks. Actually, I don't even want to think about either of those.
But yeah, huge result for Junior there, flying in, representing the Riddle Order, sending Mena RD to losers bracket in a very, very tense set. I thought Mena RD was going to take it. Really looked like he was in control of that neutral, but wow. Big shock.
I kind of forgot like how the matchup went first. Junior actually got the first W,
Yeah.
no? Junior got the first W, so Mena RD, he has
So
an
he started playing
opportunity
really passive and walking back. But he was was very classic, like a Geef matchup of you want to get this space, you're going to have to pay by blocking with your face. So he was throwing different looks at him, right? He was walking back but throwing looks at him so that Junior was taking damage as he walked in. At no point did he ever really walk at Junior. Until that last interaction.
The very last interaction, 100%.
And that's why I was like so excited by that happening, because he had... And there's no way that Junior was like, going, oh yeah, I think that he's going to walk at me here.
Of course.
I definitely think that standing light kick, drive rush cancel option is just hardwired into his play.
Of course. And I was thinking of like options even before that. A little bit of like a shallow kind of question, but I wonder if there was any other character in Mena RD's roster that could have like proven otherwise to like make that matchup a little bit easier, because like clearly he had picked Bison specifically for that matchup. Is there anybody else that he could have had in the pocket to maybe contest against it? I mean,
Blanca Geef. I mean, he can play Sagat as well.
He can play Sagat. I don't even know if I I don't even know if I like that.
I'm not here to question Mena's character choices here.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a ton of knowledge.
Of course.
That
That's why,
supersedes
that's
anything
that's
I've
why I
got.
want to ask him. I'm so,
Yeah.
like, I'm itching to ask him and be like, I'm not going to ask him during this weekend, but
Let's
I'll
go and
definitely
find
bring
him
it up.
right now.
Put a camera on him, too.
Yeah.
With a microphone.
How do you feel? See, we can do esports, you know.
We could, but we won't. Going into the next set of matches, though, looking at it, Ben RD, again, just falling just a tad bit short. Big
So
clutch play
he would
from
have
Junior.
to fall into... I won't see who that is. So he makes it through anyway into losers. Yeah, so he won't have to play until later on.
Between, I mean, potential there's DCQ, Nemo, Vasim. Is that right?
Is he on that side?
Am I looking at that? So it's like... Oh, I'm tripping. I'm definitely tripping. I can't see the letters too well. I'm getting old, man. It is what it is.
But what it is Mena is in losers bracket. Junior goes through in the winner's side. We've still got Knuckle-Doo versus Goichi.
Right on.
That is a qualification match for round 3. And then in the other pool, we also have Psycho has defeated Shen. So Psycho into round 3 and winner's side. This man is on a tear. An incredible performance from Psycho. Can't wait to see him back on stream. Ending Walker still to play, crossover, and I hope that we get to
I hope that's a stream
watch
match.
that. Do we have that? Is that coming?
I'm trying to cheat and look at the screen on production. I don't think either of those gentlemen look like Ending Walker. It could be Knuckle-Doo versus Goichi, baby. I don't know what production just said about Ending Walker, but I'll just nod my head in approval. All right. Okay, got it. My eyes were awful. I get it. They're saying that neither of these gentlemen look anywhere near Ending Walker. Confirmed. Yes,
Even with the new haircut.
He has a new haircut? I haven't seen him all weekend.
He's got short-ish hair now. Cut it out of his eyes.
How long ago was that?
A couple months.
Damn! Right off the rip? Okay!
Yeah,
These
here we
guys
go.
are
It's one of
swinging.
them kind of matches. Ladies and gentlemen. I really like this matchup stylistically for Du because Goichi having to be proactive is contrary to how he wants to play.
Very good point. But he's so on point. We're checking the booms from closer ranges.
Yeah, Goichi has a sensational ability to play a reactive style.
Damn! Woo!
That was
Knuckle-Doo
downtown.
gang! Spacing out the overhead, max distance. Yeah, despite all the perfect parries and openings that Goichi had right off the rip, Knuckle-Doo has paid it pretty much back immediately. No OD flash on that one though. Still find the gap!
Straight back from Knuckle-Doo though.
That's top 8 of Japan right there. Yeah.
Hey, baby boomers.
Where's the burnout?
How much you pay for your house? 20K?
Don't remind me. Please don't remind me. Oh. We got the lockdown occurring
Paid your
right now.
mortgage off in how many years?
I'm alright. I don't even want to think about that number either.
Big train. Knuckle-Doo with the control and the life lead. Has to be wary of throwing these booms though. Level 2 is available.
Oh, Lord. The door a little bit. The blade. Start up the drive rush, follow up behind it. Damn! Stray hits everywhere! Goichi's in the back alley of Metro City catching all the strays!
And that is what it's all about. Throwing these different looks at your opponent, not allowing him to focus on any one. Know how dangerous Goichi is when he can predict what your options are and react accordingly. Another check on the overhead. Goichi's hardly been able to land a single one of those without being checked from Knuckle-Doo.
Dear Lord, what a punch. Oh. Oh my God. Right back into the corner, Goichi goes. Get an opportunity off of the cross-up throw. Nope, gonna be waiting. Knuckle-Doo's been kind of like volatile when it comes to wake-up decisions.
Yeah, in everything, I think, to be fair. Like, his whole playstyle has been not volatile in like a risky sense, volatile in a, I have no idea how to predict what you're going to do in any one given situation. Big mistake from Goichi, and Knuckle-Doo is going to close it out, almost building that second meter of super as well. And here we go, set point for the Do. Another great perfect parry into sweep from Goichi.
Ooh, dang. feels like death by 1,000 cuts when it comes to Knuckle Dude. This particular matchup against Goichi, right?
Yeah, he's not really playing for huge, big burst damage. Playing to beat him solidly at this range, at this spacing.
Oof. Speaking of, we get the link. Drive rush forward, too. And he gets to force a lot against Goichi, despite having super. You know what? I think Knuckle Dude's going to be banking on universal super on me. Damn, son! Knuckle Dude, dang! Goichi hasn't found an answer yet. He cannot get out of this pressure. Reaction level 2 against the boom up close. Insane reaction to that.
You knew it was the risk, and you know that's what he was looking for. It was mad close though, yeah. I ain't doing it.
Nobody's doing it.
I'll give him that credit. But Do is doing the damn thing.
Knuckle Dude. Moving on further into winner's side, baby.
So, Knuckle Dude was beating him so solidly at a very, very safe spacing that things like that level 2 were not enough to put him off. Things like perfect parry on the boom into sweep, not going to put him off.
Not at all.
It was death by 1,000 cuts from Do, and those 1,000 cuts just didn't stop coming. Okay, you're going to swing one big haymaker at me. Okay, I'm going to carry on cutting away at you. And
different types of cuts, too.
It was and that was the thing that was so difficult. And of course, eventually, Goichi was able to react accordingly to some of those options, right? The level 2 back in the corner. Very, very impressive stuff at that spacing. But he was looking for that Sonic Boom spot.
Of course.
And it came out. And the Sonic Booms at those spacings, he was able to perfect parry and react with the sweep. But he's looking for those things. There was 5, 6, 7 other looks at that spacing that he weren't looking for, and it was counter hit city all over the place.
And even being able to spend that level 2, look at the position that you were in initially. You were barely getting yourself out of the corner. You're at a huge life deficit. That's still going to be a W for Knuckle Dude. He's had that position to even throw those booms, and he doesn't mind regardless. Yeah. Totally fine with that. Damn, what a
Dude's looking very, very good. These last couple of months, like, hats off, he's a Capcom Cup champion. You know, he's been a great player ever since he was a teenager, first onto the scene. Now. Yeah, he's got that working man, family man. He's not going home to be a family man. He's out here grinding it out on the Pro Tour. And I have to say, he is looking very, very strong these last couple of months I've seen him playing.
Kind of wild.
Yeah.
It's actually sort of wild. I really want to know like what he's been kind of doing.
Yeah, what has been the catalyst for that kind of level up in like delivering results?
Both characters, Mai, Guile,
yeah.
Very explosive results from Evo Japan and up until this point, right? Rocking both out very, very well. Like I thought to myself, it's like, you know what? If he fully commits to the Mai, totally understandable. But the Guile has been proven to be quite the problem for a handful of different contingents here.
All right. I can hear something happening, but I'm not sure.
We have another one of the Riddle boys, perhaps. I do see black and yellow on the uniform. Or I could be completely off.
You know what it is.
I don't like that one of the production guys just smiled at me because he knows I'm probably wrong. I don't like it they're chuckling either. All right, well, I'm not gonna guess. I'm just not gonna guess, boys. Is that fine? Cool. We're still gonna get 2 more players. Keep it down over there.
There's
2 more players.
There's 2 players playing a game of Street Fighter 6. I know that much. Any more than that, we'll both find out together.
It'll be a different game if there's more than 2 people on the stream, I'll tell you what.
But we do still have Ending Walker and Crossover to play. I don't know if that is lined up. It would be nice for me if it was.
Not yet. Not yet. Neither of those cats look like Ending Walker. I can confirm that.
Yeah. So we have Kinsho still to play Fenrich. That'll be a hype game. Nephew's still there in the losers bracket. Nauma versus Thunder Delangus is coming up.
Tachikawa versus Shigematsu.
That one is also a match that is in the bracket.
I wasn't too completely off.
No,
right?
you did see the black and yellow. The shades have been applied. Here we go.
Damn, he is serious business.
It's cool as hell.
Crazy Raccoon coming up to play. And also, yo, big shout outs to my man Dual Kevin.
Yes.
I feel like one of the first to ever do it, coming from the US to be sponsored by a Japanese org. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Classic Viper Tachikawa. Is that true? When was that?
Beast. He was on Beast, right?
Oh, Christitarian?
Yeah.
I just don't remember what year that was.
PR Rock was on Beast also.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
Back in the day.
That was a long time ago. All right, you're right.
Character I don't see enough of. Always happy to see her on the screen. Crimson Fit there.
Ooh, could have been bigger, but either way, damage is damage. The position is what you're really looking for. Trying to catch something on the way down. I'm surprised there wasn't a punish counter on the jump over medium kick.
Yeah. I don't know if he was too slow pressing his button because he tried to walk back, right, and then crouch and press the button, but didn't get the landing frame.
Loose. Let's go button with that standing medium punch.
Level 2. Okay.
Too
Big
far.
whiff. And then end up being a frame trap. But here we go.
You know, nothing you could have really done about that if it was Shigematsu's turn going forward, because the chip damage is going to be a little bit too much. Wait a minute. I don't even know if you would have like the wherewithal to even do a level 1 between Blanca guys. It's even a level 1. Bring it to Coupler. Punch counter. Dash up.
Not able to catch that, yeah.
Again! Oh no, there was no normal behind it.
No, that was an drop, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No, no!
You had a good amount of time to get a crouch medium punch link.
Shigematsu whiffing a lot of normals here. Preemptive.
Oh, that feels bad because she looks airborne.
Yeah, it's one of those fake, it's not off the ground.
Yeah.
Off the ground moves.
Bring back airborne overheads.
No, I don't want she's on screen.
The way
a Street Fighter 4 Sea Viper overhead
on the way over.
No, thank you.
To turn and yell at me. The way, brother, you were so frustrated.
That was PTSD.
You were so frustrated, and I get it, man. But you were so frustrated.
Was she frame 1 off the ground or not? What was it?
Probably.
Or frame? It was like frame 1 or frame 2. It was ridiculous.
You went through it, boy. I get it. I totally get it.
I had a whole trail of logic that just kicked in my brain as you said that, and the realization as that she was on the screen as one of the major culprits in Street Fighter 4 of actual off-the-ground command normals.
You know where my allegiance lies. I'm a survivor player now. I had to do it. If I don't attempt to shoot, I'll never know what the results are.
I hear you. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, excuse me. Oh boy. Great block. Oh, but the tap parry does get blown up with a throw.
Just eats the face.
Nasty. I don't even want to know the nutrition effects on that. But
okay.
Up in and out. Yes, sir.
He said, no, you may not.
Jump.
Didn't press. No one's pressing nothing there. It's awkward spacing as well, right off that.
Yeah, you try to press a button there, you're definitely getting good punished by Blanca. Nice call. That wasn't a cross.
Get the hell out of there.
Oh, hella damage.
Oh no.
Please.
Hella damage left on the table.
And you had so much drive gauge to you as well. Didn't even tell you what that was. Oh, maybe in anticipation for airball, right?
The delay just catching Tachikawa standing up and trying to walk backwards. All right, one more guess. I respect that. +3, taking it tight. Woo.
Raw activation. Oh, that hit. Parry. Burn kick.
Oh.
Nasty. Of course he's gonna go for it. Damn, you're gonna
and the pop-offs.
You're gonna pop off on Tachikawa? Oh, that man is a saint.
These Riddle boys.
That man is a saint.
These Riddle boys they're bringing a different culture. Oh, and then there's the cow afterwards. Okay. It's a mixture of, an amalgamation, cross-pollination of cultures.
That's fair. That's
Popped
fair.
off, and then he gave him the respect.
You think he would do that in Japan? He would probably just not, right? He would just bow and leave. Something
know.
about Schaumburg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Energy in Schaumburg.
What
making people act up real different.
Schaumburg.
Schaumburg. I was told to say it that way.
Schaumburg.
They're like, hey, you're in
Came from
California, you gotta say it this way.
diaphragm.
Speaking from diaphragm. Schaumburg. But excellent stuff. Either way, from Shigematsu, I think he had a lot of control throughout
It's
the entirety of the
unfortunate
set,
there was a
right?
couple of execution errors from Tachikawa, right? But
Yeah.
Sea Viper's very difficult to consistently hit all of those conversions on variable setups on the big stage in You know, I watch enough people stream. I see those cancels get dropped.
But the drops didn't come from those cancels, Logan. Standing medium punch to crouching medium punch, he didn't pursue any more damage off of that, not even to like get an install to level 1 or like dish out the rest of the damage for his level 3. He had full bar as well. He had a lot of drive gauge to him. That felt bad.
So that was just a generic he just dropped.
That was the generic drop. It felt pretty bad. And I was like, Tachikawa, man, I feel for him sometimes. Standing medium punch, plenty of time to confirm into the crouching medium punch. Drive rush cancel, fierces.
Also, DLC didn't come off the crouch strong.
It did not.
Okay,
it did not. It makes me kind of wonder. It's pretty sad. Because I love Tachikawa's play. I love his brain when it comes to dissecting matches for other players as well. I'm telling you, he's one of like the best coaches in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, he's used by
multiple teams.
I don't know if that's illegal. He's always in.
Is that illegal?
I don't know. It's a new industry, I guess, coaching in fighting games.
Fair.
But yeah, and he was doing a great job at the mid-range game as well. He was controlling a lot of the forward momentum of Shigematsu. Let Shigematsu get away with quite a few whiffed crouch medium punches, though. That's very whiff punishable.
Sure.
In the face.
And defensively tuned was Shigematsu, right? Any sort of mix-ups that came his way for Tachikawa trying to escape, he had the parries ready, right? Nothing too convoluted about trying to guess what side C Viper's going to be on with any of his burn kick, any of her burn kicks off a super jump. Just tapping that parry is totally fine. Just backing away afterwards.
What else did we see? There was a couple of walk unders, and you would expect to see a punish counter on the landing frames, but it was blocked. So I'm not sure if that's a timing instance.
Yeah. And then I kind of tuned up Shigematsu going forward, right? Anytime he decided to jump over Tachikawa, a couple of empty jumps. Very, very aware of what Tachikawa is looking for as well. But the level 2s, man. Level 2s are always going to be like the bane of a lot of players' existence.
All right, another losers bracket match. And this could very easily have been a winner's top 8 match. Them Scars boys are out as well. We're talking about teams that are rolling deep. Kincho, another signing to that Scars roster.
And both of these players are extremely active when it comes to like grinding out their sessions and showing off their training regimen on Twitch and or YouTube. I watch them both on Twitch, but
I watch everything on YouTube personally.
Kincho, he is like the product of a mix of hard work and talent, in my opinion. His transition into Terry has only skyrocketed his success into Street Fighter 6. Datsuko's pretty much a household name, man. He's been around